It's a steamy September night in Columbus, Georgia. That's perfect high school football weather. It's Georgia. It's September. It's football season. Welcome to Diamond Field, home of the St. Anne-Pacelli Vikings, as they get ready to take on the Whitefield Academy Wolfpack here in an GIAA GHSA matchup. I'm Dave Plato along with Rex Castillo. We're here to bring you all the action tonight.
Dave, you mentioned it perfectly. It is supposed to be fall coming this Sunday, but you know what? 90 degrees on a football Friday, we'll take it as well. It is the perfect time to see some amazing football here at Diamond Field.
And it should be a good one, too. Both teams come in 2-2. Both teams, well, you say both teams, they're almost like looking in a mirror.
It's kind of crazy at this point. We were looking at some of the notes pregame. We'll dig into it a little bit later in our broadcast, but essentially, same philosophy on both sides of the ball. Pretty much got to run the ball down the opponent's throat, and we'll see who comes out on top.
And both teams have been playing better as of late, especially Pachelli. The Vikings, of course, got off to that tough 0-2 start, but came back with a victory over FPD, the defending state champions. And then last week, well, they lit it up against the Stone Mountain Pirates. Let's take a look at those highlights from last. The season as a wide receiver, flipping spots and taking over the offense late against Tatnall, and then the victories over FPD and Stone Mountain looking really good. Starting in the backfield tonight will be Cam Carino, fullback, and DJ Colvin at running back. The wide receivers, Jacquez Morgan and J.D. Davis, with Caps Green lining up at tight end.
Meanwhile, the big fellas in the trenches, Andy Carter, Jake Wood, Garrett Bolin, Walt Adams, C.J. Thomas, all in charge of making sure the young skill players are good to go. That's what I also love about this lineup, real quick, Dave. Seniors, juniors, down in the line, protecting the young guys in the backfield. Makes a great team right there.
And this is an offensive line that has gotten more cohesive as the season has gone on. Unit. I mean, apparently you got 48 points last week. Now, they're going to be going up against a pretty solid defense. Here's Whitfield Academy. The three guys with their knuckles in the turf will be Case Martin, Josh Ellis, and William Dukes. Now, starting on the edges, the guys will be rushing the quarterback and trying to cause as much havoc as they can, and they've caused a lot of havoc this season. Bryson Logan and Jackson Wallace.
Backing up those guys, the linebacking core of Ben Yarborough, Jamison White, Carter Scott, and behind them, Bryce Duck, Cole Wooten, and Thomas Baxter is your free safety.
Yeah, the guy to look out for, from what I can tell, is Bryson Logan. Logan had a fumble return for a touchdown last week against Darlington. He scooped the ball up at the line of scrimmage on a bad pitch and took it back. He went in untouched. He's dangerous.
So Whitfield ready to capitalize on those mistakes. Massive for Pachelli to be careful.
Exactly. As for the Viking defense, you know what? The Viking defense has been stellar all season long. What they did last week was amazing. Let's take a look at the folks on the line now. Keon Williams, Austin Dannison, and Zach Ellis will be the guys up front, with Jacquez Morgan and Cam Carino trying to kind of come up with their own brand of havoc coming from the pony position.
And right behind them, a lot of some seniors as well, and Braden Hudson, Justin Sanchez Jr., Jack Danley, Tyson Copeland, your cornerback, Uriah Mazik, the young fellow, the sophomore in the defensive backfield, while Jack Fry is your last line of defense, a senior at free safety.
Now, the guys are going to try to corral the Whitfield Academy offense. Starting quarterback is sophomore Landon Ryan, who's had a pretty solid season. Running back Mason Hollingsworth, number 0. They run an H-back in their setup. Jack Anderson is that. Cole Rabelais, the wide receiver, we've gotten word that he has a concussion. He will not be starting after all. We'll have to see who comes out in his spot. John Durden and Harrison Brantley, the other wideouts.
Harrison Brantley, another wide receiver. Wow, the big fellas in, with, as Dave said, their knuckles in the dirt or turf. Sam Lee, Pacey English, Samuel Sutton, Josh Ellis, David Tidwell as well. A big line that Pachelli has to deal with today.
Yes, and as I mentioned, Landon Ryan served for 402 yards and 2 touchdowns. Wow. But he's also thrown 4 picks, so the defensive backs be ready.
Exactly.
He's also been dealing with a back injury, so we'll see how well Ryan comes out. Mason Hollingsworth is tough. 470 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns. They also run a backup. Bryce Duck, who is the starting cornerback, is their second running back, and he is quick. He's rushed for 5 touchdowns this season. On the other hand, remember, the Pachelli defense has been amazing all season long. Last week against Stone Mountain, they gave up a grand total of 102 yards total offense. Total. Only 8 yards rushing.
You said 8. They didn't even get a first down out on the ground.
Yeah,
that is absolutely incredible.
It was, and they had a dozen tackles for loss and 3 sacks. Wow. So that's the kind of defense they're going to need to play against Whitfield Academy, as we mentioned, a solid ball club. Who is, of course, like Pachelli, trying to get ready for that region/district schedule.
When you head into the meat of your schedule, you want to make sure you iron out all of those mistakes, making a change at quarterback for the Vikings. And at the same time, when you make those changes, it worked out for Pachelli. But this is a time where you can actually get a really good test for Pachelli. Taking on an opponent out of Smyrna, you're not going to see him a whole lot, especially because they're in the GHSA. Meanwhile, for Whitfield Academy, you're walking into an electric environment that we've seen here plenty of times at Diamond Field, especially when you go up against those rivals on the road. You want to have that kind of experience. Meanwhile, these guys here, and as our Vikings are about to march out right here, punching up in weight just a little bit, this is a great test to see if they can get ready for the rest of district play.
It will indeed. Right now, they're starting to get ready to head out for the coin toss. The captains for Pachelli for today will be, Braden Hudson, Josh Sanchez. Also, you've got number 15, defensive lineman C.J. Thomas, and number 5, Jacquez Morgan. They'll be out there to call the coin toss for the Vikings.
Meanwhile, Tim Tippins, the defensive end, is out there for the Wolfpack, joining him along there as well. We have Carter Scott, number 0, Mason Hollingsworth, and number 3, Bryson Logan. We got the band lining up. We got the coin toss about to happen. Dave, I can't wait for this to go down.
Absolutely, should be a good one. All right, let's take a look at our officiating crew. Dan Huell will be wearing the white hat as a referee tonight. Michael Spade is the umpire. The headline judge is Charles Kufal, with the other line judge being Carmen Buckner.
Rounding out your officials crew: Anton Turner, Elliott Reed, Jonathan Ivory, and the man in charge of the clock, Craig Neesmith.
Yeah, so we're looking. This should be a good showdown here. 2 teams that are very much like each other. Let's take a quick look at the keys to the game today. As we've talked about, these are very familiar. The teams are very similar,
right?
So we're going to have similar keys to the game as you would expect. I mean, for Pachelli, the biggest thing, we get the run game going, and they've got to play that Viking defense, which has been stellar all season long, stellar and stout. And the other, of course, is no unforced errors.
And that applies for both sides of the team. When you're in a position where both teams want to run the ball, control the clock, it's one of those things that if you give up any opportunities for the other team to get more turf, that's a bad thing here. We're about to find out who's going to get the ball first, Dave.
Yep, and the call goes to. All right.
Pachelli has won.
Pachelli won the toss, and they have deferred They will defer to the second half.
Surprise, surprise. It's a Dwight Jones move through and through.
Absolutely. Well, when you have a defense playing like this.
Why would you want to keep them off the field, right?
Exactly. The whole idea is set the tone. You want to set the tone and control the pace. You got to keep their run game from going. Of course, Whitfield Academy's got their own issues to deal with here.
Absolutely.
They're big deals. What do they got to take?
Had to hold on to the ball, as we mentioned. Had a couple of turnovers for their quarterback right there. So there is a -3 in turnover ratio. So that means they want to take some risks, but that's got to be a calculated risk because this Pachelli defense will absolutely pounce all over it and make something happen. Meanwhile, they have to hang on after hanging on to the ball. They have the size advantage in the trenches. So you gotta, if you're bigger than them, why not use it? It's an advantage that you have over them, and that's a great way to win that battle in the trenches. Finally, make the Vikings one-dimensional. Dave, we mentioned that Pachelli loves to run the ball. Force them to try and throw more than they're used to. By doing that, they're a little uncomfortable, a little off schedule, and then instead of looking at 3rd and 2, you're maybe looking at 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. That's not a great position to be in if you're a running team.
Exactly. Every defense, what you want to do is keep the offense on its heels, keep them from settling in and putting together drives and everything else. You want to dominate and don't let them eat up the clock. That's your job. All right, the Vikings have busted through the banner.
The Vikings.
I'm about ready for some football.
Enough yakety yak. Let's kick off some football here in the Chattahoochee Valley as the sun sets. No more 90 degrees. Perfect football weather.
Absolutely, and the sun setting makes a lot of difference. I think the temperature's probably dropped about 5 degrees just with the disappearance of the sun.
And your play-by-play call announcers are very thankful for that.
We are grateful for that. Tell you what. So, Whitfield Academy, they still haven't done their banner run yet.
But here come the Wolfpack flags are about to fly.
Yeah.
Whitfield Academy from the GHSA ready to get things started as well.
Yep. By the way, they compete in GHSA 1A Division 1, which is not the same division that our local teams in 1A are in. They're in Region 5. That's mostly a North Georgia thing. Of course, the team is from Smyrna. And, of course, the Vikings in GIAA, they're a Quad A team, and they play District 5. They will be beginning to play District 5 next week. All right, so everybody getting out there and getting ready to line things up. Jack Fry, of course, will be kicking things off for the Vikings. We'll see who comes on out as kick returners. Usually, Whitfield Academy run Bryce Duck and John Durden out there, but they're still meeting with head coach Robert Walsh and the rest of the crew.
I personally love this moment right in the game. The first kickoff, all the tensions are still kind of high, but there's a lot of excitement in the air. Let's see who sets the tone. We'll see between Pachelli Vikings. Again, for you college football fans out there, this is the last game before pre-conference play. We'll see what they have to iron out. Should be a great matchup here under the lights at Diamond Field.
Absolutely, and it is indeed Bryce Duck and John Durden setting up deep on about the 10-yard line for the Wolfpack. Fry getting ready to line things up as we get set to get things going here at Diamond Field. Fry looking, getting the call, go ahead, and toe meets football. Let's get this thing going. The kick taken on about the 2-yard line, fumbled but picked up again by Duck. Duck running straight upfield. He is hit and flipped down, knocked down at about the 23-yard line.
Here comes that Wolfpack offense. Again, should be a mirror image of what we're used to seeing of the boys in white, a run-heavy offense. And again, that man right there, Bryce Duck, could be a problem on the offensive side, but we'll see what those playmakers in the red helmets can do there, Dave.
All right, we'll see what the Vikings can do as well. The great linebacking core, Braden Hudson and Justin Sanchez, have just been amazing all season long. The guys up front have been taking care of business, and Cam Carino, Jack Morgan, they've been tough on the edges. They haven't given quarterbacks much time to work. All right, Landon Ryan setting up under center with Mason Hollingsworth alone in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. The pitch is to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth going off tackle, breaking a couple of tackles, rumbling through over the past the 25-yard line down to about the 27. And it looks like that is Cam Carino with the tackle.
Surprise, surprise. Wolfpack go to the run attack. This is exactly what we're going to see mostly throughout the entire game. Vikings, we're going to see that on defense. And guess what? When the Vikings get a chance at the ball, probably going to see a lot of the run attack as well.
Yes, indeed. A pickup of 5 on the play. So it is 2nd and 5 from the 26-yard line or 27-yard line. The give is to Hollingsworth again around the right side this time. Hollingsworth again picking up fairly good yardage, making it all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Mason Hollingsworth finding some rhythm here. Again, it's just the first 2 snaps, but with a run offense, when you find that rhythm earlier, you can. More success you'll have later on in the game. We'll see if the Vikings can respond. Again, just the first 2 snaps, nothing to be crazy about, but really important for the Wolfpack to establish that rhythm.
All right, a pickup of about 10 there, so it's 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line for the Wolfpack. All right. was back in shotgun formation. Then the give was to Bryce Duck. Duck going around the right side, picking up some yardage before he's brought down at about the 44-yard line.
Every run has gone for over 5 yards right now. Again, we knew that Whitfield Academy would come in with this kind of attack and this kind of intent to get that ground game going.
Yep, a gain of 7 on that play, so it's 2nd and 3 from the 38-yard line, from the 44-yard line. The give is to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth off tackle. He's hit, but he picks up enough to move the chains.
This is not a game, if you're afraid of contact you want to be a part of. There's going to be pads smacking each other left and right throughout this game. It's going to be a physical game for sure.
It will be, and the size of the Whitfield offensive line is showing itself.
Good for a first down.
He's picked it up all the way to midfield, so it'll be 1st and 10 from midfield after a gain of 6 yards by Hollingsworth.
Really interesting. We saw those past 2 snaps, kind of a wildcat look for the Wolfpack with Hollingsworth lining up in that quarterback position.
Harrison Brantley is lined up at quarterback now. Brantley in pistol formation looking to throw, throws to his right. A low throw that is caught. It is caught for a gain.
Hollingsworth pretty much scooped that off the ground.
Harrison Brantley's pass is complete.
Almost grounded to a ground ball at that point.
Yep, he did a good job on that. A pickup there of,
Let's say 12, about a dozen.
11 yards. So the ball's on the 39-yard line. Another first down for the Wolfpack.
And this no-huddle offense by the Wolfpack really probably going to challenge the Vikings later on.
Exactly. Brantley at quarterback, taking the snap to give to Hollingsworth up the middle, trying for a power run. This time he's hit. Couple 3 Vikings there in on the stop.
Good news there. That is about the shortest run they've had on this drive, only about 3 yards. We'll see if they can stack. The Vikings can stack a couple stops like that.
Yep, the ball now on the 37-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 8 after gain of 2. See if the Viking defense can stiffen up here after giving up some really solid runs there. It'll be the 7th play of the drive for the Wolfpack.
And if you're going to keep an eye on that clock, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to run all night long.
Exactly. 9:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Brantley hands the thing off, and it is Duck up the middle, and he is hit by a host of Vikings after a fairly substantial gain.
Looks like if it was 8, if he needed 8, he might have gotten 7.5 on that one.
Yeah, it looks like the ball will be spotted at about the 30-yard line. A pickup of 7 for Duck, so it's now 3rd and 2. No, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 now for the Wolfpack. Brantley changing play call. Different play call coming in from the sideline from Ray Ordo, the offensive coordinator. The give up the middle, or off tackle. That's Bryce Duck. Duck is brought down after a gain, but it's enough to move the chains.
And these are, to use a boxing reference, the body punch, body punch, body punch. When you have short runs like that stack on top of each other.
That's exactly what they're doing. The ball in the 20, ball in the 27. A gain of 3 on the play.
Hollingsworth might have gotten the start, but Bryce Duck showing that he is a very capable second punch in that 1-2 punch combo.
I would call it the 26, excuse me. All right, the snap and the give, another run. It is to, it was Bryce Duck. Duck spun out of a tackle and managed to pick up extra yards.
And once again, Whitfield not shying away from that run mentality. Dave, I believe we've only seen 1 pass on this drive so far.
Tackle made by Jaquez Morgan.
Jaquez Morgan finally on the stop as the ball is now, let's see, it is the tap down at the 20. Down at the 20, a gain of 6 on that play. So timeout has been called. All right, so the Wolfpack is doing exactly what they wanted to do. They're using their superior size on the line, trying to clear holes, and the Viking defense is still trying to come up with a way to stop them.
And at this point, you haven't had a lot of stop because credit to Mason Hollingsworth and Bryce Duck. We figured it would be maybe a similar formation. Maybe they line up here or there. No, you see the Wolfpack have not huddled. They're changing things up left and right. Sometimes you bring on a kid like Harrison Brantley to also kind of throw off the offense as well. Credit to the Wolfpack. Again, folks, we know it's early. We have 8 minutes left in the first quarter, but this is exactly who the Wolfpack showed that they were going to be. It's a matter of stopping those body punches.
Yeah, they've taken the ball 59 yards in 9 plays. It's been incredible. It's been steady. No big plays.
Right.
Just gashing for 5-6 yards, which is more than sufficient.
Unfortunately, when you get 6 yards, you get first down.
That's the way it works. 4. All right, 2nd and 4 from the 20. And Brantley, the give to Hollingsworth, and he is swarmed to the backfield. Good penetration by the Viking defense.
In the backfield
Beautiful play by Zach Ellis and Justin Sanchez.
Almost on cue. We mentioned how many playmakers they have and explosive players they have on that defense, Dave. Well, Mr. Hollingsworth, say hello to the Vikings defense.
Yep, that's the Viking defense we've been seeing all season long. And that now sets up a 3rd and 8.
It's 3rd down.
From the 24-yard line. Man in motion. He's set. They're going to change the play call. So let's see what Ray Ordo sends in this time.
But this is the kind of situation you want a run-heavy team in. You want them in 3rd and long, facing 6+.
John Durden setting up back on the right side now as a slot receiver. Brantley stepping back, looking over the middle. I believe that was intended for Ian Kelly, but that was nowhere near anybody.
And he had a pair of Vikings breathing down his neck at this point, but this is exactly what you wanted. Force the team to be uncomfortable. They're not exactly a pass-heavy team. Hollingsworth and Duck have been doing nothing but getting 6 yards plus after every carry. Great stop by the Pachelli Vikings. And Dave, the offense is out on the field.
They are on the field. Bo Bradford, their kicker, has not attempted a field goal all season long.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you learn something new every day.
Exactly.
4th down and within reason. Looks like the Wolfpack will roll the dice.
And so here we go, 4th and 8. Can the Viking defense hold? Bend but not break. That's going to be the motto. Brantley looking to his left. The pass overthrows the receiver. That was
Bryson Logan, number 3 for the Wolfpack.
It was Bryce
the
Duck.
Vikings
Bryce,
take over on down.
Congratulations to the Vikings defense. Dave, you mentioned it. Bend, do not break. A great stand. Again, we saw that everything was going the Wolfpack's way with 6 yards, 7 yards, 3 yards here and there for all runs. But now the Vikings defense showed that they have all those playmakers and just held the Wolfpack out of the end zone.
What the Wolfpack did was chew up 5 minutes of clock on that drive.
That's the other problem.
But they came away with nothing.
That as the silver lining of that entire drive. Now, the run-heavy offense of the Vikings takes the field.
And we'll see what they can do. John Thompson, of course, lining up at quarterback. He's in pistol formation here. One man in motion. The snap and the give, a run up the middle. And how about that? That's Jason Nelson. A beautiful run by Nelson off left tackle.
To Jason Nelson, a pickup of 12.
Nelson, Colvin, Zion Mabry. You're going to hear those names a whole lot tonight, folks. But Jason Nelson getting the party started for the Vikings with a 1st down.
Yeah, 12-yard pickup all the way down to the 36-yard line. So the Vikings
1st and 10 Vikings from their 37.
Make that the 37. So it was a 13-yard game. Very nice.
A little taste of their own medicine, as we mentioned.
Hello.
Mirror images of each other.
Exactly. Offensive line, like we said, has been improving all season long, taking care of business. All right, the snap to give for the run. It's Nelson again going around left side, breaking a couple of tackles before he's shoved out of bounds.
Folks, I gotta say, Nelson is one guy who is not afraid of contact. Dave, you called more games than I have at this point. Nelson he's just a hard-nosed kid running the ball, isn't he?
He's going to take it right at you, but he's also got the speed to scoot past you too. Ben Yarbrough with the tackle on that one for the Wolfpack. A nice gain for him all the way down to the 34-yard line. Excuse me, to the 40. I love this, trying to figure out what yard line they're on. You know, I have to take off my shoes to do the math, so there you go. And they're at the 44.
Humble as always, one Dave.
Yeah, 44, a 7-yard pickup. A 7-yard pickup for Nelson. All right. Give once again up the middle. Another power run. Nelson. Does he get far enough to move the chains?
Nelson.
You bet. That's what we'd like to see.
The calling card of Jason Nelson. I got enough speed, but you know what? I'm not afraid of sticking my head into a scrum and getting a 1st down when they need to.
So, very nice drive so far for the Vikings, taking it down to the 49-yard line. So they moved the ball 25 yards, and that's all Nelson's doing. All right, 1st and 10 from the 49. And the give off left tackle. And that is Zion Mabry.
There is the 3rd member of the running back law firm for the Pachelli Vikings. You think you got a break because one of them leaves? Nope, the other one is right there ready for you. Get ready for a whole lot of run the ball for all of y'all who love that kind of football.
Beautiful. Pickup of 6 of the ball now in Wolfpack territory on the 45-yard line. Mabry doing another power runner. They've got 2 power runners now.
Which sounds like a problem if you're playing defense.
Exactly. Colvin in motion, shifting, and the give is to Colvin. Tries to go around the right side. He breaks a tackle and picks up the first down before he is brought down on the 45-yard line.
DJ Colvin kind of being your lightning compared to the thunder of your other running backs as well, between Jason Nelson and Jason Mabry. And here comes the big fella, the new kid, Zion Mabry.
Yeah, that was Jamison White and Case Martin on the tackle there. So the big man Mabry's back there now. Now that we run Colvin out there,
what are we going to do?
Weapons, yeah.
I put the money on the run there, Dave.
Yep, I think so too. They'll pick up a 9 on that play.
Just under 5 minutes left to go in the first.
1st and 10 on the 36. And this one was a direct. That was Thompson who kept it.
John Thompson on a quarterback
Thompson
keeper.
on the keeper. Pretty close to the first down. Will they move the chains on this one? They may
gain 9 yards.
Yeah, it looks like a pickup of 9, just a little bit short of the first down. So that puts the ball on the 27-yard line.
Folks, one thing you got to be interested too, of the offensive weapons, your skill weapons, guys like John Thompson and Zion Mabry and Jason Nelson is your only senior. You have a lot of youth, a lot of great playmakers lining up for those Vikings right now.
Yeah, Mabry's a sophomore.
That's a problem.
Yeah, for everybody else.
He's only going to get bigger, y'all.
I know. Remember his father, of course, Jarrell Mabry, was a star at Shaw and played at the University of Miami as a running back. Same kind of player, too.
I was about to say that.
Yeah,
with that kind of playmaking.
Same kind of dude. All right, straight up the middle. Dragging tacklers.
Folks, if you're watching the YouTube live stream, again, Georgia Alabama Sports Live, if you're wondering if Jason Nelson is still moving, just look for the highlighter green cleats. They probably don't stop anytime soon.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good. A pickup of 7 now. 1st and 10 from the 20. Yeah, we'll call this the red zone. They're right on the 20.
There it is.
What a drive so far. It has just been big yardage each time. 6, 7, 8, 13. Double-digit yard runs.
If you're talking about gut punch after gut punch, these are more like haymakers right to your liver at this point.
Yeah, see, sometimes quick beats large.
There you go.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 20. Thompson, a shotgun. To the air, the pass. Beautiful.
And he can pass.
J.D. Davis, a 15-yard pickup for Davis.
Look at that, ladies and
Davis was the quarterback. Thompson's now the quarterback. Davis is now the dangerous wide receiver.
This is why Dwight Jones has paid the big bucks to make those kind of decisions, right?
Finding the guys in the right spot.
On the 5-yard line.
All right, to give to Nelson. Nelson, a hand on his jersey. He still manages to pick up a yard.
It only took 7 Wolfpack members to take him down.
Yeah, Case Martin had a good hold of his jersey there. He wasn't going to let him go.
But you got to love that. When you lull the defense to sleep after run after run, that was the first pass of that drive, I believe, Dave.
Yes.
And accurate, once again, showing guys like John Thompson showing that he has more than just the guy who hands the ball off to the running back.
Exactly. Or the first pass of the game, remember, too.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So here we go.
We make that a big note, folks, because, again, these are running teams. Anything through the air past the line of scrimmage is a rarity.
All right, let's see what Lee Hamner sent in this time. All right, setting things up.
Big house formation here for the Vikings.
Yep. On the ground, shock. The give is to Nelson. Nelson fighting, battling. He had 3 or 4 guys on him. He dragged them all the way down to about the 1-yard line. So a pickup of about 4.
Big note for stopping Jason Nelson. Bring all of your friends because it's going to take about an entire Wolfpack to stop big number 10.
Exactly. All right, so it will be 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
3rd down.
Oh, and you want to talk about size? Zion Mabry just checked into the ballgame.
Yep, you got Mabry, you've got DJ Colvin, so you can't exactly ignore Colvin either.
Exactly. So it's such a dangerous group and assembly of weapons for the Vikings. This has been pretty much their magic since their turnaround.
Yep. They have been playing picture-perfect Viking football. This is what they wanted to do, and they're doing it at their own call. Here we go. This time it's a direct snap to Mabry, who burns in. 1-yard run. Vikings. Touchdown, Vikings.
I think the new kid is liking his new uniform right here with the selfie in the end zone. Big 31 gets the Vikings on the board.
Zion Mabry putting the Vikings up 6-0.
Mabry.
That was just pure power.
He's a sophomore?
He's a sophomore. Check out this run. Nobody was going to stop him. Direct snap. Here we go. Puts his shoulder down and boom, he is in.
What I love about that offense too, you had Zion and both running backs.
Oh, they're going to go for
2-point try.
Right up the middle, running it in. Of course.
Jason Nelson.
Wow.
If you're looking for a break on defense, folks, I'm sorry. You're not going to get one with all these weapons for the Vikings.
How about that? Power run. Remember we talked about how Whitfield had the size advantage? So what?
Perfect way to describe it. I got 3 dudes who aren't afraid of contact.
And they're just going to take it. They're just taking it right to them. How about that? The Pachelli Vikings taking care of business. A 10-play drive that covers 76 yards. Touchdown run, 1 yard. Zion Mabry putting the Vikings on the board with the 2-point conversion from Jason Nelson.
And you blink, we got 1:39 left in the first quarter. 8-0 Vikings on top. Dave, you probably heard this phrase a whole bunch as well. When you want to run behind your pads. They pay for the entire thing. Might as well use them to bully your way into the end zone.
Exactly. And, they had the 5-minute drive.
Vikings 8.
5 minutes and 21 5 minutes and 21 seconds.
Look, he didn't even have to take his shoes off for that one, folks.
I know.
I'm
proud of myself. I'm getting better at math all the time.
Attaboy.
It's adding up, that's for sure. All right, Jack Fry getting set to kick things off. And he sends it deep down to...
Just stays in
out of bounds,
Out of
but
bounds.
it went... Well, did it go out of bounds in the end zone? I guess they're ruling it that it went out of bounds, so it looks like it's going to wind up at the 35.
Okay.
Fry got all of that one, too. He hasn't had a
Whitfield
touchback
will
all
start this
season long.
drive.
Oh, gotcha.
1st and 10 from
Now,
the 20.
here's the interesting thing.
They ruled it a touchback.
Look at
It
that.
landed out of bounds, but it went curled around the pylon.
When you have skill players like that, as a good friend Jack Patterson says, kickers are people too, and a
Exactly.
great weapon.
Yep, and Fry with his first touchback of the season. Really
Congratulations,
good
sir.
spot for it, too.
So here's the interesting thing. We saw what the Vikings have done. They were able to bend and not break on that first 5-minute drive for the Wolfpack. We know that the Wolfpack now have a little bit more juice. They see themselves down 8-0 on the scoreboard. What can the Wolfpack do? Again, Mason Hollingsworth lining up for the Wolfpack as the running back.
Yep, and of course it's Brantley at quarterback. Brantley giving it to Hollingsworth up the middle. He breaks off a big chunky yardage on that one.
Great response right there, about 11, 12-yard run.
Yep.
And
Tripped
again,
up by
no
Cam
need to
Carino.
panic, Vikings fans. This is a team that
First and
bend,
10.
not break, but they're also getting ready for what they've seen.
Whitfield
and at least you now
from
know
the
with that first drive
31.
what the Wolfpack can bring to the table.
Exactly. So we're going to be looking, I think we're looking at mirror images here. 11-yard pickup for Hollingsworth. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. The give to Hollingsworth once again. He goes up the middle, a couple of cuts. A pretty solid pickup for him once again. Looks like he gained about 6 down to the 37-yard line.
Here we go yet again. You ran the ball down our throat. We're about to do it to you on this side of the ball as well.
Yeah, this is power football. Nothing but. So it'll be a second down and
Whitfield.
it's a second and 5. It was a gain of 5. The give is to Hollingsworth once again up the middle off tackle. Again, another big run. And he moves the chains. He's brought down at about the 40.
Stride going, Dave, so he could be a very, very dangerous man with open space.
Exactly. Ball in the 45. That means a pickup of 9. 1st and 10 from the 45 for the Wolfpack. Brantley
1st and 10. Whitfield.
looks to the sideline for the play call change.
The ball is on the 45.
Viking defense on its heels a little bit. Give another run up the middle. This time it's Bryce Duck. Duck with a cut, breaking a tackle.
Goes to Bryce Duck.
Before he is brought down, looks like Cam Carino with the tackle.
I gotta mention, if you're a fan of running backs, folks, this is the game for you tonight.
I know, this is just pure running.
1st and 10, Whitfield.
Pickup of 10. Pickup of 10 on that one. 1st and 10 from the Pachelli 45. Run up the middle, except not this time.
What a statement by the Vikings.
Again,
Again, it's one of these things. They can take the body punches, take the couple of runs here and there. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, first quarter in the books.
So the Vikings coming up with a big defensive play with the stop at the line. 1 quarter is now in the books. The Pachelli Vikings lead it 8-0. You're watching Pachelli football on viaviking.com and Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo. Mountain Dew.
My name is Quintia Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistance.
Welcome back to Diamond Field. The second quarter is about to get underway. The Pachelli Vikings with an 8-0 lead over the Whitfield Academy Wolfpack. Whitfield Academy with the ball on the 45, 2nd and 10. A give up the middle. A fairly solid game for Bryce Duck.
Been so impressed between Mason Hollingsworth, a junior, and Bryce Duck, the senior. Absolutely a great 1-2 punch combo for Whitfield Academy.
All right, he's brought down on the 38-yard line, a gain of 7. So it's 3rd and 3. Duck trying to take it around the left side. He does, and he breaks loose, and he is gone. Touchdown, Whitfield. Bryce Duck breaking a tackle at the line of scrimmage and taking it home from 38 yards out.
Touchdown, Whitfield.
Whitfield is on the board.
I got to be honest, Dave, it almost seemed like a matter of time before an explosive play happened for one of those two backs. Bryce Duck, an incredible find, found himself laying and hit that second gear, and now we saw how dangerous Bryce Duck can be when he has nothing but Georgia sky and green turf in front of him.
And so he takes it on in for the touchdown. Whitfield is going to go for the extra point kick. Bo Bradford lining it up out of the hold of Thomas Baxter. Or excuse me, out of the hold of Harrison Brantley. It is up, and
extra point attempt is good.
And it is good.
Whitfield on the board. Vikings
so
8.
The Wolfpack on the board.
7.
But Pachelli still holding an 8-7 lead.
So if you were hoping for a blowout, folks, sorry. It's going to be. We knew it was going to be a competitive game, especially with mirror images of each other like this. Absolutely incredible response from the Wolfpack.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, for an exceptional car truck buying experience, head to Glenn Smith Chevy GMC in Opelika, Alabama. With over 300 new and pre-owned vehicles on the lot, many still covered by factory warranty, you're sure to find the perfect ride. Start your journey today at glennsmith.com. Whether you're from Georgia or Alabama, discover why at Glenn Smith they say, get ready to smile.
Big look for that big old yellow smiley face that they have in the lobby there.
Yeah. All right, so it's 8-7, 11:32 remaining here in the second quarter. We have a player down on about the 5-yard line. It looks like for a Whitfield Academy player. All right, so with an injury, we will take this time out. We will be back. You are watching Pachelli Vikings football on beaviking.com and Georgia Alabama Sports Live. All right, we're back at Diamond Field, 8-7. Pachelli with the lead. That is Josh Ellis, the big offensive defensive tackle who was shaken up on the play. They're walking him off the field. They're walking him off the field, so that's good news.
Absolutely. Anytime you see a player down, you're happy to see that they're going off on their own power. He's walking, and a much-deserved applause as he exits the field right now, and hoping that it's not too serious.
Yeah, Ellis is one of the big dudes. He's 5'11", 270, and he's been taking care of business on the line, obviously, because they have been picking up big chunks of yardage.
So back to what we saw with Bryce Duck. We talked about this pregame, right? Once they find the rhythm and start getting that control between Mason Hollingsworth and Bryce Duck, the Wolfpack have shown to be explosive.
They have, and one mistake, and you got something going. Yeah, You have to be careful. So the Vikings will get set to take a kickoff for the first time in this ball game. Bo Bradford is the kicker for the Wolfpack, setting up shop deep for the Vikings. Let's see who we've got back there. Well, the usual suspects for the Vikings are J.D. Davis, DJ Colvin, and John Thompson. That's three pretty good guys who can bring something back.
I'm so impressed, again, with what they have back here in the Vikings on the offensive side. It's almost an explosive playmaker who, no matter who touches the ball at this point.
Exactly. Everybody, the line is taking care of business. The
Absolutely.
line is dominated.
Cannot forget about the big fellas with their knuckles in the dirt.
Exactly. All right. Set downfield. It is kicked to about the 14-yard line. And that is that was Jason Nelson bringing it back. The flag has flown, though.
Got some laundry to take care of right here.
Yeah. We'll have to see what happened there. Probably is Bach in the back is what I'm probably figuring, but you never know. Let's see.
White Hat turns his mic on, and let's see what we got.
Yep. Tell us, Dan Huell.
Here we got a block in the back.
Block in the back.
Receiving team. It's a 10-yard penalty. We're going to go first down.
All right, so block in the back, which pushes things back all the way to the 10-yard line, well, to the 15-yard line. So Pachelli will begin their first possession of the second quarter on their own 15-yard line. 11:26 remaining here in the half.
Giving up real estate is something we were pretty emphatic on in the pre-show there, or the pregame there, Dave. Cannot shoot yourself in the foot with this team.
Nope, that's a bad idea. First and 10 from the 15. Single back in the backfield with Thompson. That would be Nelson. Play call change, it looks like. Nelson taking the snap to give. Or Johnson gives it to Nelson. Nelson powering. He is not stopping, too. Keeps on churning. Picked up a couple extra yards. Even though he was hit, he dragged the tacklers with him.
One of those kids who almost gets more excited when he gets a chance to dish out some punishment as well. Big number 10, putting the Vikings at 2nd and 6.
Yep. Ball on the 19-yard line. All they got to do is just keep doing this 4, 5, 6 yards a carry. That's enough to get you to the end zone. Yeah. It's not 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's 6 yards in a cloud of
pellets. Is that what that is?
Tire pellets. Yes. All right, here we go. Thompson in shot, and well, it's pistol formation actually. Rolling to his right, looking, throwing to the right side. The pass is caught.
Thompson's pass complete to J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis with the catch, but he's hit immediately, but still they pick up some yardage.
This is the kind of position you want to be in when you're Pachelli. I want to be in 2nd and less than 5 because I have those explosive running backs, no matter who I call on, to probably get that first down.
Yep, that was a pickup of about 5. So the ball is now on the 23-yard line. So you're looking at 3rd and 2 from the 23. 3rd and short, which is good.
3rd down and 2.
Because you can do anything you want at this point.
Exactly. The entire playbook is open.
Yep, you're not forced to throw it back and try to heave it downfield.
Pachelli showing that they're ready to throw the ball when necessary, and I think that's important to keep the defense honest at this point.
Exactly. They got to be careful with Davis because Davis is dangerous. He's not alone. And the Vikings call a timeout. There was something there that Lee Hamner or Dwight Jones spotted that they did not like.
A little miscommunication there. When those hands go on the hips with Dwight Jones, usually going to be, let's say, a spirited conversation in the huddle.
Yeah, let's just say in a game this tight, you don't want to take any chances. Hey, we want to say thank you to the Beck Center, one of our main sponsors here. The Beck Center has been a godsend to the Pachelli family here. The facility that was set up, Roger Beck, has got them set up. It's a great indoor facility, not just for athletics, but they use it for all kinds of things. They use it for tutoring and everything else. And the Vikings are they're thrilled with what they've been able to achieve because of the Beck Center.
Folks, I got to be honest. When I've done a couple stories down there, especially when they established the facility, it was really first class, an outstanding opportunity to take care of the students. Here in Georgia, as we know, as these months start to turn the calendar, the weather might get a little unpredictable. So at the same time, we got to keep practicing indoors, but also give a great space for. We know that football takes a lot of air in the room, but wrestling, baseball, soccer, and as you mentioned, tutoring, student athlete. That student part has to come first, and Pachelli setting up their kids for success.
And that's what they've been doing, and they've put a lot of trophies in the trophy case and set things.
I was about to say, you're about to need to establish another wing at this point, don't you?
Exactly. Lots of kids moving on, doing the right things in the classroom as well. All right, 3rd and 2 from the 23. Crowded backfield this time. You think they're going to run it, and they do. They give off tackle. And it was Brayton Hudson.
Vikings give to Donovan Colvin.
Nope, DJ Colvin. And Colvin
does just enough, Dave, to move the sticks.
He picks up the first down.
First down, Vikings.
Big 31 now lining up in the backfield. That is Zion Mabry. Again, This is the newest addition to the Viking family, and the guy who got the first trip into pay dirt. Again, one of these weapons that you have to be ready for every single snap because you never know who's going to be the X factor.
Exactly, and of course, Jason Nelson trots out. J.D. Davis comes on in. He got twins left, so now they have to respect the possibility this is going to go in the air. So Thompson takes it, and it's a give up the middle, and Mr. Mabry carrying the mail.
Almost a head taller than some of the defenders he's trying to run.
I know, and he looks like he's brought down at about the 29-yard line.
The Vikings give to Zion Marbury.
And it's one of these games, again, you may not see the incredible explosive runs of 20 yards or more, but you don't need that in this game.
No,
you need to control the pace.
4, 5, 6 is just fine. Maybe picking up 4 on that one, so it'll be a 2nd and 6 from the 29-yard line. The Vikings putting together a grinding drive.
Jason Nelson now checking in for the big fellas.
Mayberry
I
with a
remember.
gain of 4,
We said what their
brings
first
up
drive,
second
Dave, was
down
what,
and 6.
5 minutes and 20 seconds and some change?
5:21, yeah.
If you keep that pace throughout this game is pretty much yours.
Yes. Of course, you have to stop them at least once more
There's
time,
that part.
too, but here you go. And to give, of course, to Nelson. Nelson, off tackle, fighting for yardage.
Doing his Derrick Henry impression with the
Exactly.
with that
Flags
stiff arm.
Jason
Flags
Nelson,
are
the ball
flying.
carrier. There is a penalty
No
marker on
idea
the
what that
field.
one is. It could be a late hit. It could be a face mask. It
Some
could be any one of a number of
extracurriculars.
things. Yeah. Hopefully not extracurriculars. But it's a nice gain. Started at the 29. Looks like he is marked down at about the 33. Let's see what Dan Kuehl says.
We got a dead ball, personal foul. Offense, 15-yard penalty.
Well, that's quite unfortunate. A head shaking
Yeah.
moment there for sure. I know you
It's
want to
gonna
be
be third
spirited
down.
and you want to be able to be passionate, but you got to be able to control that. Be careful what happens after the whistle as well. Setting you back now to third and a country mile there, Dave.
Yep, and now suddenly it is third and long. The line to gain is the 35, and they are now on the 18. So you're looking at third and 17 now for the Vikings.
This is exactly what you wanted, though, as the Wolfpack. Set them, put them in a position where you're not necessarily run as the most predictable thing in the world, but one quarterback, John Thompson, has proven that he's ready to sling it in the air.
Sure, absolutely, but you got to at least get something. You got to get out of the shadow of your own zone. All right, the give is to Nelson up the middle. Nelson hit, driving, still on his feet.
Up.
Wow, what a run that was.
Jason Nelson.
That was a
dragging
beautiful
tacklers.
power run. That is textbook power running.
Absolutely. And look, it might not be what you wanted on this drive, not getting the first down, well short, but it could be a statement made for later on in the game.
Absolutely. He never stopped churning his
This will
legs.
bring up fourth down for the
Exactly
Vikings.
how you are supposed to handle it. So the Vikings will have to punt. And that means Jack Fry will be setting up. Fry, his average is not great, but he's booted some long ones. 40 yards is his longest, but he gets good hang time too.
The senior Bryson Logan lining up for the Wolfpack, ready to return the punt.
Fry getting the punt away. Nice.
There you go.
Good air under it, and he gets a good roll. And it is downed by the Vikings. Possibly a little quick on that, but it kept Logan from getting his hands on it.
And I think that's kind of
line.
it's the lesser two evils at this
That's
point.
where
Sure, you're not
Whitfield
putting
will
them inside
start
their own
this
red zone,
possession
but if you
with
give Bryson Logan a whole lot of
7:26
space, time, and
remaining
momentum, that could be even
before
worse for you guys
halftime.
on the other end of that.
Exactly. That's a 4-minute drive. There are not going to be any short drives here.
Absolutely
I
not.
don't expect to see any 3 and outs from either team, to be honest with you. Defenses are going to be put to the test.
Especially
all
when running
day
backs
long.
are ready to smash through
As a reminder,
defenders on both sides of the ball.
parents, young children, in the
Exactly.
interest of safety,
But here
please
we
be
go.
sure your
Dictating the
child
pace and
is
turning
being
possessions
supervised
over with
during the
no
game.
points is
And if
got
they'd
to be
like
key
visit
for both
the
sides of the ball on
playground
the
or
side.
anywhere
Yep.
outside the
So
gate,
now Whitfield
please
taking
don't
over
let
on their
them
own
go
27-yard
without
line.
your
7:26
supervision.
remaining here in the
Thank
first
you.
half. Brantley, change the play call. There's a snap and a give. Off tackle, but not much more past tackle.
To give to Mason Hollingsworth.
Hollingsworth goes pretty much
Stop made
nowhere.
by Cam
What
Carino.
has also been impressive about the Pachelli Vikings, you're not seeing a lot of one-on-one, not a lot of guys left on an island with a playmaker. You're seeing multiple hats to the ball.
Exactly. They're very aggressive. They stay in their lanes.
Do your
Second
job.
down.
They're being disciplined about it, but they are getting to the ball. All right, 2nd and 9 to give up the middle. It's Hollingsworth dragging tacklers.
Another young man who is also
Mason
ready to invite the
Hollingsworth.
contact. Kind of the answer to what Jason
Tackle
Nelson
made
is
by
bringing to the table for the
Nassim
Vikings.
Hudson
Mason
Henderson.
Hollingsworth, the big back.
First down,
He saw his
Whitfield.
teammate Bryce Dunn get a touchdown. Maybe he wants to get his name in the scorebook as well.
Yep. All right, a pickup of 9, so it's 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line for the Wolfpack. The give. Hollingsworth goes pretty much nowhere. Maybe one. Nice defensive play there.
Need more of those kinds of stops back to back. Hopefully you can stack them on top of each other. And my goodness, if you can keep Mason Hollingsworth 5 yards or less, that's got to be your winning formula.
Yep, Justin Sanchez coming up with the tackle there from middle linebacker. So here we go, 2nd and 9 from the 39. A give. Again, goes nowhere up the middle.
To Hollingsworth.
Hollingsworth gets stopped.
Out to the 40-yard line.
A pick up of maybe 2.
You got to bring your hard hat if you're a lineman in this game, either offensive or defensive, either side. It is a war down there.
Exactly. Pick up of 3 now. They're on the 35. So that will mean a 3rd and 7.
Again, the kind of position you want the Wolfpack to be in when they are a run-heavy team, 5 yards or more.
Exactly what I said. I don't expect to see any 3 and outs. How about we see a 3 and out here?
Way to call it, Dave.
Yeah, could be. All right, third and 7. Fakes and give. Brantley rolling to his left to throw. A one-handed catch. It is caught. That was Jack Anderson, the H-back. That was an impressive catch by Anderson. It was overthrown. He managed to pull it in one-handed.
Absolutely incredible play by there. So keeps the drive alive. Guess with the 3 and out drought continues.
Yep, and that also puts the pass in play. A pickup of 13 on the play. It's first down and 10 from the 48-yard line for the Wolfpack. Again, going to the air. He's going to go up top.
Wow.
Wow. The man was open. The ball overthrown.
Brantley's pass.
Bryson
is
Logan for the Wolfpack at that point. Dave, if he was able to bring that in, it might have been another score for the Pack.
Yeah, Logan is he's actually their top receiver, too.
My goodness.
Yeah,
why?
10 catches for 177 yards this season and a touchdown. So he's dangerous on both sides of the ball. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Run up the middle, and it's Hollingsworth. He breaks free. He's finally hit by about 4 or 5 Vikings, but a pretty good gain for him.
And that's the swarming kind of defense you need. These are the kind of plays, though, the body punches, once again, for the Wolfpack, trying to gain the momentum on their side.
Yep. To the 45, a pickup of 7. So that will set up a 3rd and 3 from the 45 at the Pachelli 45. Play call change. He tried to do a hard count. Nobody jumped, though.
Discipline. There you go.
The give up the middle. That's Duck. And Duck, he's hit and stopped at the 40, but that's going to move the chains.
Once again, a 3rd and 3 situation.
12,
Bryce
Jack
Duck
Fry.
or Mason Hollingsworth
23,
always willing to
Justin
put their nose into
Sanchez.
the defense and get that extra first down.
Yep. And taking
After a
it straight
gain
up
of
the
5.
middle. Pick that up. It's a gain of 5, or gain of 6, actually. Ball now on the 39-yard line of the Pachelli Vikings.
Bryce Duck with his helmet off leaves the field. Here comes big number 0, Mason Hollingsworth for the Wolfpack.
And
what a hit right there.
The whole center of the line took care of business.
Hollingsworth, the play whistle dead.
We mentioned them, the Hollingsworth and Duck are ready to invite contact. Well, if you want contact, the Vikings got some for you. What an incredible stop by the defense.
Yeah, Jacquez Morgan and Zach Ellis leading the way on that one.
If you are a parent of
a loss
senior
of 1.
participating in tonight's halftime activities, please report
A loss
to
of
the
1 on
third
that one.
base dugout.
2nd and 11. We haven't seen many plays of losses either side.
I was just about to say, you haven't seen anything past 10 yards at this
Once
point. So
again,
2nd and 11,
parents,
interesting
seniors
situation for the
participating
Wolfpack.
in
But if you
halftime,
can keep
please report
negative yards
to
on
the
a
third
drive,
base
you're in good
dugout.
position for the Vikings.
Yeah, the only thing that's caused double digits has been penalties. All right, Brantley looking back, looking downfield. He wants to go up top. That's not going to happen. But the
Pass is
flags
incomplete.
fly.
There are penalty markers on the field.
Oh,
No.
pass interference called on that one.
You hate to see that a defensive back busting his tail to try and make a play happen, but there's the laundry to ruin
I
the party.
know. The thing was, he was in front of him. I'm trying to figure out who the pass interference is going to be on.
Here comes the call.
From what I can tell,
Possibly. All right.
is it offensive pass interference?
Looks like the Wolf.
It was.
Offense.
Yes.
15
There we go.
yards.
Offensive
Replay
pass
down.
interference.
Well done, well played. You always kind of worry for a defensive back. The worst is going to happen at that point, and you give the Wolfpack knocking on the door. Now, back the Wolfpack pretty much to Smyrna at this point to get this first down.
Yep. Well, he was in front of the play, and that, then the wide receiver just shoved him, and you can't do that.
The DB did his job.
Yep.
Was able to turn his head to the ball, make sure that the officials saw that he's trying to play the ball at this point.
Yep. And it pushes all the way back to the 44-yard line.
So what you got for 2nd and 26 there?
6 and 27. It's 27 yards for the first down. Pass over the middle, incomplete. That was intended
Bradley's pass is incomplete.
for number 21, Cole Watton.
We mentioned
Third down.
making the teams one-dimensional, right, Dave? You want to be able to shut down what they're more comfortable doing. Putting them at 3rd and 26, I know a lot of runs may be out of the book at this point, but this is exactly what you wanted to do as a defense. Force them into a corner where they're not comfortable.
Yeah, this is definitely a
Vikings
passing
fans,
down.
it's 3rd down. 26.
Yeah.
Halfback draw, not necessarily the go-to play at this point.
No, unless all you're trying to do is just push
Great.
it downfield a little bit, unless you're also looking at 2 plays. But
There you
27 yards, you got a big chunk. They're going to the air. All right, Brantley. Up, down the middle, going down the far sideline. The pass is
Harrison Bradley's pass is
incomplete.
I have to give a lot of credit, but my jaw had to grow because Bryson Logan put his paw on that thing.
Yeah, I thought he might be able to pull that
I
out.
was about to say, are we going to see another one-handed catch on this drive?
Yep.
But great stand for the Vikings defense.
Tyson Copeland with his second great play on this
Brings up
drive. The
fourth
first one is
down.
the one that forced the offensive pass interference. Second one, breaking it up. So now they have to punt.
Looks like they're about to lock down one side of the field there.
Exactly. A 13-play drive, adding nothing.
We've got Cam Carino
Wow.
back.
As a
along
defensive
with John
coordinator,
Thompson.
that's a good day in the offense.
Exactly. So Bradford back to punt. We got John Thompson setting up shop on the 25. Here's the punt. Good air under it. Nah, but a little bit short, and it will be downed on about the 36-yard line. So Pachelli's going to have decent field position as they set up for this drive.
I was about to say, this might be their
After
best field
contact
position when it comes to the game so far.
by
Almost in
Whitfield.
blessed territory, about the 36, 37-yard line right there.
Vikings will start
Yeah.
this drive.
What a great
First
stop
and
for the
10.
Pachelli defense. Again, a lot can be said for the playmakers on offense, especially with that running back law firm for Dwight Jones. But this defense, as the saying goes, right, Dave? Defense
Ball on
wins
the
championships.
37-yard
Exactly.
line.
So this is only the 6th possession of this half.
And we have 3 minutes left in the half, ladies and gentlemen.
Every single possession has been a minimum of 4 minutes. So
if
here
you're
we go.
hoping for a long game, folks, this isn't it.
No, this is going to go quick. Hopefully it'll go the right way.
You know, that's an excellent point.
That's up to the guys who read to make it happen. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Vikings on the 37-yard line. Thompson under center. No, I'm sorry, he's a shotgun. Fakes the give, the toss out to J.D. Davis on the near side. Davis
Pass to the
picking
flat
up
out
a
to
couple of
J.D.
yards
Davis.
before he is hauled down. Bryson
Tackle
Logan,
made by Mason
Hollingsworth and Bryce Duck, in on the tackle.
was there.
So a gain of a couple. No, a gain of 1.
It seemed like one of those plays. If you give J.D. Davis space to operate, we've seen how dangerous he really can be. But
Yes.
credit to what Whitfield is doing as well. More swarming defense on their end as well.
Exactly, because against Stone Mountain, he took a quick out and took it 80 yards. It was literally a pitch to him. Almost.
So the yards after carry is pretty impressive at that point.
Yeah, it was very much so.
Or yards after catch, excuse me, folks.
Yeah, Davis is dangerous. All right, Thompson setting up, man in motion, and the give on a jet sweep. And that's Jaquez Morgan,
Give to Quez
the wide
Morgan.
receiver. He's brought down at about the 42-yard line.
Jaquez
It's gonna
Morgan,
be a
also an
timeout.
outside linebacker as well. He's a young man who's already putting his fingerprints all over the field.
All right, timeout has been
timeout.
called. So 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the half. The Pachelli Vikings with an 8-7 lead
Friends, we love
over the
our
West
Vikings
Whitefield
Booster
or the
Club
Whitfield
members, and a very
Wolfpack.
special
You are
thanks to our
watching
Vikings
Vikings
victory
football
level
on
supporters.
BeAViking.com
One
and
is
Georgia
Chef
Alabama Sports
Flawless
Live.
Aesthetic. 219 food.
From CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did an event to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC presents a fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
All right, back at Dynamo Field, the Pachelli Vikings with the ball. It's 3rd and 5 on their own 42-yard line. Just to take over 2 minutes remaining here in the half. Thompson rolling to his left, looking and finding his receiver. What
Tyson
a
Copeland's pass
very
is
nice.
complete to J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis, how about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you give him a little bit of space, he can make something happen.
And he got it out of bounds to stop the clock with 2:02 remaining.
1st and 10 Vikings at midfield.
So as a reminder, the Vikings defer, so they will get the ball in the second half to kick off the third quarter.
Exactly. So if they can put points on the board here.
Double up if you
Oh,
can.
yeah. Absolutely. So we're set up 1st and 10 from midfield. As Braden Hudson charges into the game to set up in the H-back position. The give is to Mabry. Mabry powering it up the middle. A
The
pickup
give
of
to
about
Zion
6.
Mabry.
Well, giving it to Mabry
Pick
and
up
powering
5.
it's two words that go together. In
I was
any
about to
sense.
say, it's pretty much synonymous at this point. Mabry gets the ball, it's going to be a power run.
Exactly. A pickup of 5. The ball on the 45, 2nd and 5. 1:45-44 remaining here in the half. The Vikings try to put something on the board to extend their 8-7 lead here before the break.
Milking the clock at this point, or shall we say dictating the pace, has been absolutely key in this matchup.
Absolutely. This is only their 3rd possession, but Whitfield's only had 3 possessions too. All right, give to May. Oh, Thompson keeps instead of giving to Mabry, taking it around the outside, busting loose, and he is brought down. He is not able to get out of bounds though.
Thompson.
But it's enough to pick up the first
Tackle
down.
made
But
by
in high
number
school,
2,
they don't stop the
Bryce
clock while they
Buck,
move
and
the
number
chains.
5,
Should be an
John
interesting
Durden.
call to see how they manage the
First
rest of this.
down,
A minute
Vikings.
13 left in the first half, Dave. But at least you're in plus territory.
Yep, and it's around the 38, a pickup of 13 for
1st and 10,
Thompson.
Pachelli
We're now
from the
105 on
38.
the clock, so it's going to be under a minute when they get the snap this time. They've got trips right on receivers, 1 to the left. Thompson, and it's the give up the middle to Nelson. Nelson is stopped. They whistle him dead, even
Jason
though he was
Nelson,
not down.
the play whistle dead.
That was kind of a quick whistle.
And looked like a player's helmet came
Tackle
off. I
made by
understand the safety
Ben
part of that, but I have to agree
Yarbrough.
with you there, Dave. A pretty quick whistle. We have 36 seconds left in the
Play
first
lost
half.
30 yards.
Yeah, a loss of 2 on the play. And 30-29. We'll see what they decide to do here. There will be at least 1 snap. There has to be. You got to think they're going to try something here. Again, trips right. Nelson setting up in the backfield. Thompson rolling to his right, looking downfield and keeping it, cutting, and he is hit
John
and
Thompson
tackled
on
at
the
about
run.
the 38-yard line with 5 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Pachelli.
Timeout Pachelli, and we'll see if they're a
Play
little
game
far
2.
out. I don't think, I'm not sure Jack Fry has that kind of leg.
What was interesting there, Dave, I appreciate that there was no panic, but also a decent sense of urgency on that drive. But again, that quick whistle looked like it kind of stalled the momentum a little bit and gave Whitfield a chance to recover.
It did, because Nelson was still up. I mean, he's the guy that's been dragging 2 or 3 guys
And if you
downfield.
like
I was gonna
to
say,
hear
10
the
does
links
not
for a
stop
great
his feet
cause,
moving
can
until
do
you
so
force
with the
him to.
6th
Yeah.
annual Viking Classic
Exactly.
Golf Tournament Friday,
Well, so now they
November
huddle
8th
up,
at 4:30.
try to see what's going
Enjoy a
on.
round of
We will
golf,
see.
lunch, range balls,
We will
and
see
gifts. There'll also be an
what Lee
exciting
Hamner
raffle
and Dwight
prizes
Jones can come up
and
with for this
contest.
last play.
Take
Again, it's too
advantage of
far
the
out.
early
You
bird special
can't try to
and
kick a
save
field goal here.
$200
Your safe
on
bet,
the
I mean,
foursome.
run the ball.
When
Just
you
get those
register.
5 seconds off the
All
clock, head into
veterans
the
may
half
use
with an
the
8-7
promo
lead.
code Veteran
Or
2024
why not roll the
checkout
dice? Let's see what
and
happens.
receive a
Again, I'm not paying the big
$25
bucks to make the call.
discount
Yeah,
on
yeah. Well,
More
they could pull some out of the playbook too.
Yeah.
Something unusual.
And this would almost be the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, I would think so, and I think I have an idea what they might do, but we'll
All
see.
right.
I'm not going to say what it is, though.
Real quick, though, we have built this matchup as a kind of a heavyweight fight of running teams against running teams. It's lived up to the hype here, Dave.
It absolutely has a good defense, too, by both
Absolutely.
teams.
Incredible defense, swarming to the ball, everyone staying in their lanes, doing their job, and holding each other accountable.
Yep. Both these teams have got to feel good about the way they've played so far. They feel better if they had a lead, but
That's fair.
there is that.
As
All right.
predicted, the Vikings do not march out the special teams.
All right, so we got trips left now. Let's see what happens. 5 seconds remaining here in the half. Thompson rolling back, stepping back, rolling to his left, looking downfield. He's going to keep it, and he runs out of bounds, but it's as time expires. So that is that.
No harm, no foul.
No harm, no
one got
hurt. And they still have the lead.
They still have the lead. Now, as a reminder, folks, Pachelli gets the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, so they've got that much going for you. Hey, before we go, looking for insurance you can trust? The Terry Johnson Agency has been a cornerstone of our community for over 30 years, offering personalized coverage to fit your life. From home and auto, life and church insurance, we got you covered. At the Terry Johnson Agency, we don't just provide insurance, we offer peace of mind. Proudly supporting Georgia, Alabama Sports Live because we believe in the power of community.
Absolutely.
And power is the word tonight. Power running.
And
Pachelli Vikings 8, the Whitfield Wolfpack 7 as we go to the second half. What a ball game. You are watching Pachelli Vikings football on beaviking.com and Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Let's go!
Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC offers popular full-size trucks with a legacy of strength and durability. Side by side, the new Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500s, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or big, heavy-duty Chevy and GMC 2500s, discounted up to $8,000 off. Rugged durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect truck today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC has got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Football is back, and the only thing that makes it better is some delicious food from Zaxby's. They're a proud sponsor of Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. And I can tell you that everyone on this team loves their chicken. Get all the favorites, such as their signature chicken sandwich, or try the new chicken finger tacos with your favorite drink. From amazing salads, wings, chicken fingers, and some of the best drinks around, there isn't a better way to enjoy our broadcast without getting some fantastic meals from Zaxby's. Check out the two here in Phoenix City, one off Crawford Road and the other on US 80. Thank you again to Zaxby's for sponsoring Georgia, Alabama Sports Live, and make sure you call them for all your catering and tailgating needs this football season.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the ambassador scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC presents a fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Let's go!
Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC offers popular full-size trucks with a legacy of strength and durability. Side by side, the new Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500s discounted up to $13,000 off. Or big, heavy-duty Chevy and GMC 2500s discounted up to $8,000 off. Rugged durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect truck today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Football
On the mountain, we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the ambassador scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC presents a fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons, discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons, discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Let's go!
Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC offers popular full-size trucks with a legacy of strength and durability. Side by side, the new Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 1500s, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or big, heavy-duty Chevy and GMC 2500s, discounted up to $8,000 off. Rugged durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect truck today at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Football is back, and the only thing that makes it better is some delicious food from Zaxby's. They're a proud sponsor of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And I can tell you that everyone on this team loves their chicken. Get all the favorites, such as their signature chicken sandwich, or try the new chicken finger tacos with your favorite drink. From amazing salads, wings, chicken fingers, and some of the best drinks around, there isn't a better way to enjoy our broadcast without getting some fantastic meals from Zaxby's. Check out the two here in Phoenix City, one off Crawford Road and the other on US 80. Thank you again to Zaxby's for sponsoring Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, and make sure you call them for all your catering and tailgating needs this football season.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls Night Out.
All righty, we're back at Dynamo Field with the Pachelli Vikings taking on the Whitfield Academy Wolfpack. The Vikings with an 8-7 lead in a game that the word grind. I'd never seen a more grinding game than this one.
It is absolutely perfect. And we mentioned from the top, these teams are basically facing each other. It's a mirror image of each other. Your identity: run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Physical style of football on both sides. Also, your defense swarming to the ball carrier at this point. If you're carrying the ball, get ready to see 3 or 4 hats coming crashing your way, and then that line of scrimmage play. I know that they don't have a lot of stats, but the offensive line for both sides of the ball has been impressive.
Both teams are playing the game right.
Exactly.
That's what's so wonderful about it. Let's go into our scoring. 1:39 remaining in the first quarter. Zion Mabry with a one-yard bull run into the end zone.
Seriously, he was looking for anything to hit at that point.
Yeah, and at that point, everybody's staying out of his way because they knew punishment was coming. And then the 2-point conversion, the Vikings went for 2, and Jason Nelson carried it in to take an 8-0 lead. And then almost immediately, Whitfield put together a drive that was completed. Bryce Duck breaking loose on a 38-yard touchdown run, broke a tackle line of scrimmage, and took off. They kicked the extra point. It's 8-7, and that's where things stand. I tell you what, the numbers tell the tale. Total offense for this game, there have only been 6 drives.
That's so crazy.
Each of the drives long, minimum 4 minutes long. And 3 minutes long in the last one. Whitfield, 30 plays, 157 yards. Pachelli, 25 plays, 127 yards.
So when we talk, again, mirror image of each other, it's not surprising that the numbers are almost identical.
No 3 and outs.
No 3 and outs. Everyone, it's sustained drives. So these are long, as you mentioned, grinding drives that have to define the team.
9 first downs by Pachelli, 11 by Whitfield.
But then you go to time of possession. When we talk about running teams, setting the pace has been absolutely key. Guess what? Time of possession for Whitfield, 11:27. Ironically, Pachelli's held it for 1 minute longer, 12:27.
But that's about as even Steven as you can get.
Really
These 2 teams, I mean, it's head-to-head, and it's just an amazing ball game.
It really is a slug-up bar fight at this point.
If you want a high-scoring ball game,
sorry,
not happening.
This is old-school SEC football.
This is what it is. I mean, it's old-school, grind it out, do the job.
It's not pretty. Yeah, football's not always meant to be pretty and flashy. So I really love what this game, and we talked about how this is the last game before district play / region play for both of these teams. What a way to test your grit, because you know that these district games, especially for Pachelli, coming down to those last weeks of the season, it's going to be something like this.
Yep. And you know what? I'll challenge that it's not pretty. This is watching guts. This is guts in action. This is mano-a-mano guts. We're going to do it.
It's all about perspective.
Both teams are playing the game, the old school game, the way it's meant to be played. Both coaches should be proud of the way their guys are playing. This has been great.
This is mental toughness. This is a mental toughness kind of exercise as well.
You
can take your 63-42 Big 12 scores. We'll take this. This has been amazing to see.
Yeah, this is old school, baby.
Show some love.
So here we go. Second half about to get underway. It will be Whitfield kicking off to Pachelli. Pachelli, of course, won the toss and deferred to the second half. This is their payback. This is their payout here.
And again,
because they'll get it first.
A 1-point game. Every possession matters that much more. Whoa, onside kick.
Bo Bradford, an onside
kick.
But I don't think it went. It didn't go 10 yards either. That was big time.
It really was. That heads up play and up play by Pachelli. You just, you know what? No hesitation. Dive for the ball. Make sure it's ours.
Yep. They spent a lot of time working on onside kicks on Thursday.
And that's what a veteran coach like Dwight Jones will do to prepare for any situation.
And you know what? That was also a gutsy call by Whitfield.
Yep.
Now,
absolutely was.
They're giving him the ball at midfield, but the way this thing is going, you need a break.
You need to force the action at this point.
Yeah, think Nick Saban versus Clemson with the onside kick.
There you go.
That's the kind of thing that we're going for. It didn't work, though. Pachelli's got the ball. They're starting on the 48-yard line. Thompson going to the right side, but he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Behind the line of scrimmage, that's 12. Jackson Wallace coming in for the tackle for loss.
We have not seen a whole bunch of, as we mentioned, Dave, not a lot of first and 10 or second 10 and plus with either team. If you can get teams behind the sticks and get more and off schedule, that is the right place to be.
Yep, but they took care of business. They did manage to pick up 1 yard, apparently. So the ball was at no, they lost a yard on that play. Started on the 48, so they're now on the 49-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 11.
It's a unique combination of patience and urgency when it comes to the second half, right, with a 1-point game.
Exactly. So here we go. 2nd and 11. Give up the middle. Well, not kind of up the middle. It's basically given to Jason Nelson. He's going to go wherever he can and run over whoever he can.
That second part right there has been the emphasis on this game. Looks like we're right on the sticks right there, Dave. He needs 9, might have gotten 8.5.
Yep, and you're looking at the ball is being spotted on the 44-yard line. So that was a pickup of 7 yards. Not too shabby.
Right. It should put us at 3rd and 4 at this point.
Yep.
3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4 at the 47. And the give is to Mabry. Big Zion Mabry. Breaking tackles, off tackle, taking outside a little bit.
Mabry.
Let's move the chains.
It's those little runs, those little,
Tackle
as we mentioned,
by
3rd and a cloud of
Duke.
dust pellets at this point. That could be a major difference in the game. You keep stacking those on
Vikings.
top of each other.
Exactly. A ball spotted on the 37-yard line, so it was a 7-yard pickup for Mabry. 1st and 10 on the 37 for the Vikings.
36.
A la Chris Berman, tick, 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 tick. See if you can eat up as much clock as possible. Shorten the game.
Exactly. Control the pace of play. They can't score if you got the ball. So here we go. Setting things up, Mabry in the backfield once again. Thompson in pistol. Fakes, give to Mabry. Mabry off tackle, big hole. That offensive line has been doing a great job.
And they have been outsized at some points. But what incredible grit and mental toughness. And you know what? Sometimes technique can beat size.
Oh, absolutely. If you're quick enough, slow off the ball.
Doesn't necessarily be small.
No.
Zion Mabry always just he was a half step from bringing that away.
Yeah, pickup of 8. The ball on the 23. And the give.
The give to Zion Mabry.
Mabry once again.
Once again, those small runs, those small little body punches are starting to add up.
And so, picking up the first. Ball spot on the 25-yard line, gain of 2.
And you have to think with a school this size like Whitfield Academy, you have a lot of their star players playing both sides of the ball.
True.
If anything, starting to try them out a little bit.
Exactly. And the funny thing is they have a bigger roster than Pachelli, but Pachelli has fewer guys playing both sides of the ball.
And a game like this, it could definitely pay off.
Yes. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25. Thompson setting up in pistol formation. This time it's give to Nelson. Nelson looking for a spot up the middle. Finding
oh my gosh.
Breaking loose, going to his right and taking it. Does he take it to the house?
Nelson.
Oh,
just
the goal line.
Stepping out of bounds almost. What a cut he made at the line of scrimmage.
I was just about to say that was one of those classic runs that we saw from Nelson, that where he gets maybe 3 or 4 yards, finds a little bit of daylight, and now Vikings set up on the 2-yard line.
1st down goal to go from the 2.
Yep, they're on the 2. They pick up a 23 yards for Nelson.
Surprise, surprise, Pachelli running territory.
Oh, imagine that. Here we go. Let's see which big man will get the ball. Or will it be one of the little scoot guys like, say, DJ? All right.
This is the kind of stuff that keeps defensive coordinators up at night.
All right. Thompson and pistol. Mabry up the middle. Ooh, he's hit.
Tremendous stand by the Wolfpack at that point, because it looked like an old-school sledgehammer call.
Yep, Case Martin in there, along with William Dukes.
By number 59.
A sledgehammer, just give your biggest fella the ball and see what happens. But Wolfpack stand strong at this one.
Yeah, he did it.
2nd and goal.
They solid. That's good defense. Again, bend but don't break.
Yep.
These two teams are mirror images of each other. We've said that
I've lost count on this one too. We might need Togar's hands for that one.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 2nd and goal from the 2. Thompson, the handoff. This time is a little guy, DJ Colden. And Colden taking it home. Touchdown, Vikings.
Sometimes when the battering ram doesn't work, just give to the guy who can outrun everybody. Light up the lights. We got a light show at Diamond Field.
All righty.
Here's another look at the play here, Dave. Again, Vikings line up with all of their weapons yet again. And we mentioned they have used the brutalizing runs right here. All of a sudden, get it out to the outside.
All right, let's set up for the extra point now. Colvin taking care of business. Let's see what they do now. Yep, they're setting up for the kick. Jack Fry trotting out there to attempt the extra point.
Jack Fry on to attempt the point.
Out of the hold of Ethan Sanders. Jake Wood is the long snapper. Fry, 7 of 9 on the season on extra points. And make that 8 out of 10. Putting it home.
And
the kick is good.
Extra laundry on that play. Looks like Wolfpack might have run into the kicker.
Oh, boy. So, it is.
We'll wait.
Well, we're going to have to wait to see whether we add it to 14-7 and call it 15-7 yet. Let's see what the call is and what the results are.
Got a personal foul. Roughing the kicker. 15 yards, going to be a minute on the kickoff.
All right, so the kick is good. They are going to put 15 yards on the penalty on the kickoff.
The kick was good.
So with 8:20 remaining in the third quarter, the Pachelli Vikings have jumped out to a 15-7 lead, taking care of business. Hey, they're thirsty for something refreshing? It's time to crack open a Pepsi, the perfect drink to quench your thirst and fuel your day. Whether you're chilling with friends, catching the game, or just need a burst of bold flavor, Pepsi is your go-to choice. And of course, from Pepsi Buffalo Rock. The Vikings have been taking care of business. They've been playing the game they wanted to play.
And absolutely incredible, right down to the wire at this point. But it shows we have an identity as a running team, but we have so many weapons within that game plan as well. Pachelli, tremendously impressive on that drive as well.
Absolutely. When you got two big guys, you can shuttle in and out. Both are still fresh.
Yes.
When you've got two guys that can run you over and they're both fresh still, and
that's
it's
a problem.
The third quarter, that's going to be a big problem for the rest of the GIAA. Jack Fry kicking it from his own 45-yard line. Yeah, we're looking at a touchback. And it means that they will begin on their own 20-yard line.
Shout out to Fry getting his second touchback of the game. A little bit different position due to the penalty, but a great situation yet again for the Vikings. You want to give the Wolfpack as much ground to cover as possible.
Yep, and they're going to have to drive the length of the field if they're going to do anything. Of course, the Vikings are going to have to work to keep them from doing that because this offense has shown that it can gas for big yards.
Really, it's almost like, once again, the mirror image. You give them just enough space. One of the running backs, either Hollingsworth or Duck, can burn you.
Absolutely. All right, so here we go. Ball on the 20-yard line and that's Bryce Duck taking it outside. He goes down before the
Bryce Duck. There is a penalty marker on.
We got a penalty down and there. I'm trying to catch and see who took the snap on that one because that was not
Hey, Coach, you got to.
Harrison Brantley was not the man that took the snap.
Substitution infraction on Whitfield Academy.
So that's their second penalty already of this half. Both teams had one penalty for 15 yards in the first half.
That's
been a really clean game.
It's been a clean game.
Yep.
You're absolutely right.
No holding calls.
Which, again, shows you the absolute discipline technique and discipline that they have on the line, especially how brutal this game has been.
Yep. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 15.
Hollingsworth lining up in the quarterback position.
Yep. Basically a wildcat formation per se.
That is.
The give is the Duck.
About 6 Vikings go ahead.
Yeah.
And gang tackle Duck in the backfield.
Yeah, looked like Jacquez Morgan was leading the way on that one, but there were 5 or 6 red hats on that one.
Swarming defense has been impressive, especially in a game that it could grind you like this. Hopefully, you don't see any lack of enthusiasm, lack of pace. Tremendous by Pachelli.
Yeah.
2nd and 15 now for the Wolfpack.
Yep, no gain. There was no loss on the play. There's no gain, no loss. So 2nd and 15 on the 15. And Brantley is back in at quarterback now. So much for the wildcat formation. Brantley looking at quick out, kind of a swing pass to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth breaking a tackle and breaking and yet another tackle. He broke 2 tackles. One in the backfield. They had him almost trapped. And then suddenly breaking loose. Braden Hudson had his hands on him, but he pushed through and picked up the first down. That was some fine running by Hollingsworth.
We talked about the explosive plays that could easily happen for Whitfield Academy. Hollingsworth is a problem.
From the 33.
So 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. And it's Hollingsworth back there taking the snap once again. Faking to give to Duck, keeping it running straight upfield. And he is brought down, but he's going to move the chains. They're trying to change things up.
Tyson
Copeland coming over from cornerback to make the tackle, but the pickup of about 12 yards.
It's one of those deals where, like, you don't necessarily have to change so much from your game plan, but you need a wrinkle here and there to try and
keep them honest.
Keep them honest.
Yep.
Make up some ground here in this game when you're down by a touchdown and 2-point conversion now.
And the give again. It looks like that one's to Hollingsworth.
Hollingsworth
once again, and he picks up another pickup of about 8 on that one. They've got Pachelli on their heels right now. Ball marked down at the Pachelli 47-yard line. So second and 2 from the 47.
Wolfpack starting to find their momentum again. We've mentioned how important that was for both sides of the ball.
Pachelli shuffling personnel on defense. All right, to give up the middle, it was to Duck. He was hit. He managed to bounce off and pick up some yardage. Finally wrapped up at about the 45-yard line. Kind of a quick whistle on that one, too.
Absolutely. Duck and Hollingsworth, impressive by them. After initial contact, they are hard to take down.
Yes. And the refs did call. They whistled. He was still churning his legs.
There should have been an opportunity there.
Yeah. And they marked the ball at the 44, so it was a gain of 3. And so it's a 1st and 10 from the 43. Give Duck up the middle, slipping through the hole, and brought down a touchdown-saving tackle by Uriah Mazik.
Bryce Duck proving to be having more success on the ground right now. I know that Hollingsworth broke a big play, like an 18-yard, 20-yard run earlier on, but Bryce Duck has been a consistent problem for the Vikings defense. This is the one puzzle piece they need to figure out.
Yeah, he's very quick, to say the least. He's very dangerous. Duck once again taking it up the middle, trying to slip through. Lots of red hats on him, but he keeps pushing.
I know that Duck is the guy who's carrying the rock, but that offensive line for Whitfield starting to find their second win, creating all that space for Duck to run through.
First a 17-yard run on this one with the ball being marked down at about the 19. So that's a pickup of 8. He's picked up some big yardage in these last 2 plays.
Everything's been 5 yards or more at this point, Dave. It's been a real successful drive for the Pack.
All right, so 2nd and 2 from the 19. They're in the red zone now. And the give up the middle, and that's Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth knocked down by Cam Carino. A touchdown-saving tackle on that.
This looks identical to what Pachelli did, but in a different uniform. It pretty much is, folks.
Yep. Pickup of 9.
Knocking on the door now for the Wolfpack. See if they can get back in this game, make it a one-score game.
1st and goal from the 10. Brantley hands off to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth up the middle, swarmed by tacklers, but he finds a seam and slips through. A pickup of about 6 yards.
Hollingsworth. Tackle made by Jack Fry.
This no-huddle offense also proving to keep the guys in the red hats a little tired. It takes a little extra time to get your plays in and adjust. And here comes the Wolfpack.
For a 2nd and goal from the 4. To give to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth left side, and he slips through, and he scores. Touchdown Whitfield.
That is the kind of drive you needed. As you notice, not nearly as much time waiting for the play clock to end or take it. There was a lot of sense of urgency for the Wolfpack because you see right here, Hollingsworth lined up to the right side. The shotgun formation seems to be the go-to for the Pack, and so successful for Hollingsworth to get the momentum he needs, find enough space, and find pay dirt.
All right, so they're lining up to kick the extra point. That's Bo Bradford out of the hold of Harrison Brantley.
Buckle up, folks. This one is going to go down to the wire, it seems like.
All right, here comes the snap. It's good. The hold is good. And the kick right down the middle. So it is good. So with 4 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the Whitfield Wolfpack have shaved the Pachelli lead. It is now 15-14. What a game we have tonight at Dimel Field.
Buckle up, folks. Get some more popcorn ready because this one's going to be fun.
All righty, what a day has been. And one again, we want to thank the Beck Center for everything that they have done in terms of bringing the game to us because they're one of our main sponsors, and also for what they've done for what Roger Beck and company have done for Pachelli in putting together that center for the athletes to practice in an indoor practice facility, and it's a practice facility for not just football but for all sports, and plus an area for them to work as far as tutoring goes as
well. I think that the combination of giving all of the athletes an opportunity to practice no matter what condition and stay on top of the books is a true testament for what this school is doing to help mold the future here. It is an incredible testament, again, and commitment to these kids.
Yeah, and Roger Beck has done a lot. He's also the offensive line coach here, too, as well. So.
First-class human being and all about, doing the dirty work in the offensive line.
Absolutely. All right, so we're getting set for the kickoff here. Bro Bradford will be kicking. And, of course, deep for Pachelli will, of course, be Davis, Colvin, and Thompson. Bradford's kick. It's kind of short to about the 15-yard line. It is collected in. It looks like DJ Colvin. Colvin getting across the 30-yard line, maybe to 31 before he is brought down.
You know what I just realized with the Beck Center?
Donovan
The offensive line
Colvin
coach,
out
you needed an
past the
offensive
30.
lineman to help pave the way for the future, don't you?
Exactly. Just that's
They'll
what you
mark
got to
it
do.
at the 30-yard line.
Open the holes and bring them home.
There you
Yeah.
go.
First and 10.
All right.
30-yard line set up for the
4:31
Pachelli
to
Vikings.
play the third.
Pretty decent starting position for the Vikings, who
Yeah.
showed again, whether it's an explosive 30-yard run, a big pass, or even those small little 2 to 3 yard runs stacked on top of each other, Pachelli has really found their mojo on the offensive side of the ball.
They have indeed, and they're starting with decent field position coming from the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can put together one of those 70-yard drives. All right, Thompson setting up in pistol formation with Nelson in the backfield. Double handoff.
Uh-oh.
And there goes
There's some daylight.
DJ Colvin down the near sideline. And he finally gets pulled out of bounds.
Vikings on the reverse.
March out
Donovan
on the 26-yard line.
Colvin.
Open up the playbook, baby.
First
Look at this right here.
down.
You think it goes one way, but then Colvin comes back around the other way.
Look
Some
at
of the
him
Wolfpack don't even know what's going on. 22 down the sideline. We are now in plus territory on the edge of the red zone.
That was a beautiful handoff.
That was
Nelson
impressive.
did the handoff perfectly.
That was very impressive.
Yeah, it was. He masked it beautifully. Nobody saw it coming.
And here we go. We were talking about this is just a slugfest. Well, you know what? Dig into the playbook a little bit. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, a 44-yard pickup for Colvin. Pachelli definitely in business now on the ball on the 26-yard line. To give to Nelson. He keeps it this time, busting it up the middle, breaking tackles, dragging
Jason
tacklers.
Nelson.
That is the yang to the yin of what just happened. Just, all right, here's the ball, my friend. Go up the gut, hit some people, get a first down.
Yep, and well, you know what? That's exactly what he did. Picking up the first down, moving to change the ball now down on the 20.
About the 24, about Dave.
Yeah,
I'll say 24-23.
yeah. It was down on the 36. It was a 34-yard gain.
This is exactly what you wanted, though.
Yep, exactly. The ball now on the 24. That was a pickup of 12.
That sense of urgency now kind of slowing it down.
Yep.
Let the patience go, start to drain some clock off. Maybe have this be the last drive of the third quarter.
That would be good. And the give is to Nelson. Nelson up the middle, actually off tackle this time.
The give to Jason
Pickup of a couple.
Nelson.
Nelson's power has been impressive. His speed's also great, but his agility to cut back and forth. He made one Wolfpack player think he had him, and then all of a sudden tackle nothing but air.
Yeah, he's not just a power runner. He has got the cuts. He's got the moves.
So this is a true playmaker for number 10.
Exactly. Exactly. The ball marked down.
It's second down and 7.
All right, pick up a 3 on there. The ball on the 20. Got it. The Vikings have got to love this. All right, the give to Zion Mabry. Mabry slips a little bit in the backfield. His spikes kind of slipped on the turf, but he still managed to pick up a couple.
And that's the one really impressive thing about Mabry. He can operate in chaos. As you see here, great balance for him and what he's been able to do. And once again, it doesn't have to be always pretty, folks, to give me 3 or 4, even just a 1-yard run. Clock is still ticking, and I still have determine the pace of this game.
All righty, so now we set up. It is 3rd and 4 from the 18-yard line for the Vikings.
Dwight Jones and the Pachelli Vikings offense definitely milking the clock a little bit, making sure that things end on their terms in this quarter at the very least.
Check that. The ball on the 17-yard line. Thompson, the give to Mabry. Mabry waiting for the blockers to develop the play. They do not. That was Bryson Logan who broke through for the tackle for loss.
And we have a flag on the play, Dave. Looks like something might have happened after the play.
So we'll see where it goes. He lost a couple.
I don't think it's too serious, but Zion Mabry had to have a slight limp leaving the field.
All right.
Hey, we have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, 15-yard penalty. It's going to be 4th down.
One of our biggest keys of the game was do not have any silly penalties, don't self-inflicted wounds.
And that's what that was, just by definition.
So 4th and manageable kind of becomes 4th and forever at this point.
Yeah, at this point, then I have to They may have thought about kicking a field goal, but now they're pretty much out of range for Jack Fry. So Fry is going to wind up punting most likely, unless they decide to go for.
Hey, some trick
Nope,
play.
Nope. Ethan Sanders is coming into punt. Sanders is a little bit better touch. He doesn't have the leg Fry does, but he's got a lot better touch and little pooch punts.
And with a shorter field right here, trying maybe something in the coffin corner right there. Pin the pack back as much as you can.
That's pretty much what you're looking at. All right. Sanders, the short punt. No spiral on that. It's bouncing, and it takes a Pachelli hop, and it is down inside the 3-yard line.
What were we talking about? Pin the pack back as much as you can. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck, Whitfield Academy. You have 99 yards of Dymo Field turf to take care of.
And who was it that down? It looked like it was, that looked like Mr. Caps Green. That was perfect. Perfect coverage.
Is an art, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. It doesn't get any better than that. Took the Pachelli hop, and they downed it inside the 5. What else could you ask for on that one?
I think that executed to perfection.
Absolutely. Hey, feel the fizz, taste the excitement. Grab a Pepsi and dive into that crisp, refreshing taste that only Pepsi can deliver. It's more than just a drink. It's a vibe. That's from Pepsi Buffalo Rock.
And I love the fact that Dave just said it's a vibe, because indeed it is.
Wow. And the vibes from this one are pretty solid here.
Pretty solid right now. Pachelli with a 15-14 lead, just 2:04 left in the third quarter.
And the ball on the 2. First play, Whitfield wants to get a little bit of room.
And it looks like they're going to run out of real estate again. Looks like a substitution trying to come on late.
They didn't get very far. They didn't get much off the play either. So let's see what the call is. A flag flew.
To be clear, folks, one player from Whitfield Academy was trying to walk in as a last-minute substitute. Didn't get to their side of the line of scrimmage to get set in time.
All right, so Dan Hill tried to get
second down. No, second down.
All right. No, I guess no penalty on that.
So we got illegal participation.
Okay, an illegal participation call, Dan Huell.
And looks like the officials will gather and huddle here just to make sure everything's on the right page.
Yep.
Go back to the 1. Play dead ball.
Okay, dead ball foul. So
we had illegal participation. We're going to go half a distance to the goal line. We got first down.
All right, 1st and 11 from the 1-yard line. Wow.
And a time where real estate is an asset you can't give up right now.
Nope. There's very... And the White Hats, Mike was still up when he blew the whistle. That was pretty exciting. All right, on the 1, Whitfield trying to get anything, just trying to get some room.
Need some breathing room at this point.
Yep, and Pachelli's having none of that. Middle of the line doing a nice job on what I assume was a quarterback sneak.
There's only so much you could do to try and create some room, because, again, you throw a bad pass, it's a pick 6. And if you give up the rock, it's an easy scoop and score for the Vikings. It's a matter of just power football at this point.
Yep, and it wasn't real sneaky either. So it's 2nd and 10 from the 2. The Vikings hoping to pin them back, and, well, a turnover would be good here.
Safety would be great.
Yeah. All right. Snap back to quarterback in the end zone. Forced to roll to his left, looking upfield to throw.
Into the stands.
Yeah, it looked like more in the neighborhood. He's trying to throw it to Casita. Throwing it out of bounds because there wasn't anybody open. So they're looking at 3rd and 10 from the 2.
Got to give a huge shout out again to the Pachelli Vikings defensive backfield. Done a tremendous job covering those deep threats.
Yeah.
Not a lot of big shots taken downfield either. And when you can get pressure on the quarterback, cause those bad decisions, maybe look, they're probably due for a pick here, Dave.
Yeah, the Vikings are good at causing pressure, and Tyson Copeland's had a great game at cornerback. All right, 3rd and 10 from the 2. Oh, and somebody jumped.
Oh man.
Wow.
Like, credit to Whitfield pulling that off.
Oh.
But when you are so amped up to try and make something happen, you got to be patient.
Yeah, DeQuay Johnson got a little bit too excited. It's a 5-yard offside penalty. Ouch. That hurts.
Sigh of relief you hear is the Whitfield Academy sideline.
Yep. It's still 3rd and 5. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 7.
At this point, may go back to the well of your running backs. That is Mason Hollingsworth lined up in the backfield for the Pack.
And
the Vikings swore.
Yep. Hollingsworth going, well, what uniform number is he?
0.
Yeah, that's where he was going.
I see what you did there. Well done.
Picked up a yard.
Tackle made by Jack Fry brings up 4th down.
So it's 4th down. They're on their own 6-yard line.
What's interesting, still no special teams on the field just yet. Unless we have a player already back there ready to be a punter.
Yeah, Bo Bradford is the punter. Cole Rabelais is usually the punter, but he's out with a concussion. So Bradford setting up the punt from his own end zone. Is it Rabelais? No.
It looks like Hollingworth.
No, I think Brantley is in the quarterback. I think they're going to try to draw him off sides.
And 2,
1.
That is your.
Yep.
Do we have a delay game or a timeout?
I think it's a timeout. Yeah, you're on the 6. You have got no real estate. So it did not work. So a timeout with 29 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Pachelli with a 15-14 lead. You are watching Pachelli Viking football on beaviking.com and Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo.
Mountain Dew.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC.
All right, we're back at Diamond Field at Whitfield Academy on their own 6-yard line, 4th and on a 4th down, they're going to be forced to punt from their own end. No, they're not going to punt. They've lined up to run a play. They give a run up the middle. The Vikings stuffing the run.
But hold on, folks.
Did they get the first?
Hollingsworth bullies his way through the Vikings to get a first down for the Pack.
Wow, that was a gutsy call by the Wolfpack on 4th down inside the 10-yard line, but they get the first. A pickup of 9 yards.
Incredible call for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, 1st and 10, and the give is to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth taking it across the 20-yard line. And a player is shaken up, it looks like. It looks like that's Naseem Hudson-Anderson.
You got injury timeout.
Injury timeout on the field there, Dave.
Injury timeout with 3 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Pachelli leading Whitfield 15-14.
A quick update from across town, folks. Brookstone taking on undefeated Stratford Academy with just under 6 minutes and 40 seconds in the third. The Cougars on top of Stratford, 16-7.
A game of great interest for here because Brookstone Pachelli's coming up in a couple, 3 weeks. So
I know a whole lot of folks have already circled that date on their calendar.
Yeah, yep. That game is set for, let's see, it is set for October 11th. So it's 3 weeks away.
Time to renew some, hostilities for the battle for the Brucelli jug.
Yeah, and the jug only has 1 open space left on it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
New coat of paint, or are we thinking of getting another jug?
They'll have to get another jug, of course. Yeah, it's sitting there in one of the hallway, in one of the trophy cases right now. I walk past it pretty much every day because it's right by the lunchroom.
And I'm pretty sure the faculty, student bodies, and all the alumni wanted to stay on this campus.
Yeah, they're definitely want to keep it here. All right, Naseem trotting off field. He looks like he's going to be okay, but he's going to have to at least set out 1 play. And that is it for the third quarter. We head to the final quarter. The Pachelli Vikings holding a 15-14 lead over the Whitfield Wolfpack. What a ball game. You're watching Vikings football on beaviking.com and Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Coming up.
And I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
All right, we're back at Diamond Field, fourth quarter just getting underway. Whitfield Academy with a 2nd and 2 deep in their own territory. The give is to Bryce Duck. Duck
is a first down.
Brought down on the 19-yard line, but it's good enough to move the chains. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack on their own 24-yard line.
Folks, if you're just joining us, the Wolfpack at the end of that third quarter, deep in their own territory, rolled the dice on 4th and 4, and that is what kept this drive alive.
Yeah, a gutsy call. All right, the give this time up the middle. Looks like Bryce Duck being hammered by several Vikings, but that's after a big gain.
And to be honest, with the success Bryce Duck has had, you need at least 3 or 4 hats on him to try and slow him down, especially in this part of the game.
His helmet came off in the play as well.
Blake picked up 4 yards.
Yeah, he's got down on the 20. He was down on the 28-yard line, a gain of 4.
To borrow a term from the professional wrestling world here, Dave, a slobber knocker on deck here in the fourth quarter.
Yep, 1-point game. 2 teams that can play grinded out football, and they're grinding it out big time here. All right, 2nd and 6 from the 28-yard line. Back to pass, Brantley looking over the top. Oh, overthrows his man. It was intended.
Pass is incomplete.
It was intended for Thomas Baxter.
Jaquez Morgan was right there, bounced off his hand, but we got a flag on the play.
Penalty marker.
Let's see if it's a hold. It is indeed.
Dwight Jones pointing the direction of the Wolfpack, hoping that it is. It looks like they got to march the pack back a little bit.
What number with the holding? And we have holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. We're going to replay the down.
All right, back him up 10 yards. That's the 4th penalty for the Wolfpack here in the second half.
A different story compared to the first, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, the first half, there was each team had 1 penalty for 15 yards. The Wolfpack, you're looking at 31 yards of penalties. The one only because it was half the distance from the 2-yard line.
There it is.
But 4 penalties for 31 yards.
Wolfpack now looking at another 3rd and long situation, but this has not been a huge problem for this run-heavy team, as we saw with Fort Town and medium. They went for it.
Yep, 2nd and 16 now from the 23-yard line. Brantley hands it off, up the middle, a power run, but a ton of Vikings there.
And almost every Viking there to try and slow down.
That was Bryce Duck. The first hit was from Cam Carino. He held him up, and everybody else followed along, taking care of business. It was a gain of 3. So the ball now on the 22-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 12. Brantley rolling to his right after faking the handoff, goes to the H-back. Jack Anderson making the catch and picking up the first down.
22 has come up big earlier in this game. I remember Anderson with a one-handed diving catch to keep a drive alive. Another key catch to keep the Wolfpack marching.
Those are his first catches of the season, by the way. These 2 catches at the end of this game, he came in with no receptions. Hadn't gotten a touch all year.
And had probably 2 of the biggest ones in this game so far.
All right, Brantley taking the snap, and it's a give up the middle. A host of Vikings hitting and pushing Duck back after a gain of about 2.
What's impressive, Bryce Duck, almost every single touch he's had, he's moving forward with at least 4 to 5 yards. A 2-yard pickup right there, but he's been a consistent positive force for the Pack.
That's the 10th play of this drive, by the way.
Incredible. 10th play of the drive, they even haven't gotten to the 50-yard line yet.
Exactly. 39-yard line, 2nd and 2, or 2nd and 8 rather. Brantley. A pass, a screen pass to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth finding running room, and he breaks free. Can anybody chase him down? Uriah Mazik catches up with him, but not in time.
Flags on the field.
There are flags flying, though.
Here it's back at the 40-yard line. This one might be coming back.
I guess it's going to be there was a hold that opened the play up.
You got to see the screen pass, though.
The perfect screen pass.
Another great one-handed catch by Hollingsworth. That might be
That was it right there.
There's another one down here.
Illegal hit. Yeah, a couple of legal hits. So
really exciting play. Great pursuit by the Vikings towards the end. Unfortunately, you can't make some of those blocks spring your man open like that.
Not allowed to do it. Nope. So we'll see exactly what the penalty will be. The ball started on the 39-yard line.
We got to block it back.
Block in the back.
It's a 10-yard penalty. We played it down.
I can't imagine how frustrating that would be. I see a 65-plus yard screen pass go for a touchdown, turn into nothing but
okay, they're replaying the down, but it's being pushed back because of the penalty. So the ball, so instead it is a 2nd and 1.
I'm giving Hollingsworth his favorite flavor of Gatorade and saying I'm sorry.
Yep. A big penalty there.
Pachelli student fans reminding the Wolfpack that they can't do that in a polite way.
All right. Brantley taking the snap, looking to throw, going downfield down the near sideline. Yeah, there's all kinds of flags flying on that one.
A lot of hand fighting right there.
Yeah, Bryson Logan got wide open. J.D. Davis.
And I think, to be honest, Tyson Copeland, when you're beat in a situation like that, not necessarily the worst thing to do.
Yeah.
That was J.D. Davis. He was beaten badly.
And a first down.
Sorry, folks. I didn't mean to interrupt our white hat right there, but officially pass interference. But instead of giving up a touchdown, you just give up a little bit more real estate to the Wolfpack.
That was pretty much it. He didn't have much choice because if he doesn't get him, you're looking at Bryson Logan gone.
Yeah, exactly, and now you're down 6 at that point.
Yeah, it's nothing between him and the end zone but stripes on that. So it'll be a first down for the Wolfpack. The ball spotted at the Pachelli 39-yard line.
With 8:51 left in this game, Dave, the Pachelli offense hasn't seen the field this quarter, have they?
No, they have not. All right, Brantley taking the snap. The give is the duck. Duck upfield, going straight up the middle. Being hard to brought down. Braden Hudson finally corralled him, and a couple of Vikings came in to help him with the tackle. But gain of 5.
Bryce Duck has been a problem for the Pachelli Vikings. There's something you need to do is find a way to slow down 2 and 0.
And so far, not happening.
One thing I guess you could see and be excited for, a silver lining in all this, running backs are going to be fresh when Pachelli hits the field again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But they're going to have to take care of biz. All right,
absolutely.
2nd and 5 from the 34.
Clock is slowly becoming the enemy at this point. Hollingsworth lined up in the Wildcat.
Hollingsworth taking the snap, and he gives it to Duck. Duck finds a seam, goes up the middle, cuts back, and he is gone. Bryce Duck, a 34-yard touchdown run.
And once again, almost on cue, we were talking about how much of a problem Bryce Duck has been. If you look at this run right here, finds a great hole. No one can bring him down, and nothing but green turf and Georgia sky in front of him at that point.
Yep, and so it is touchdown. Makes it 20-15 as Whitfield has their first lead of the ball game. We'll see if they go for 2 here. I would think they're going to go for 2.
I would almost think so, too. Try and extend your lead as much as possible. Make it a touchdown game versus
we got
a 6-point.
ball, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, boy.
That could change things. Unsportsmanlike conduct, but on whom? There's the question.
That's a good point.
Hey, we got a dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. That penalty will be administered on the kickoff.
I would have
to say.
It's
on the kickoff, not on the extra point.
That does look like it was Duck who had a little bit something extra to say.
Yep.
Definitely a celebration in the end zone was. Yep. You can tell that he was excited.
Yeah.
But sometimes the officials will throw that flag on that.
Yeah, and you're looking at a 12-play, 98-yard drive.
12-play, 98-yard drive.
Yep.
My goodness.
Yes, and there were a bunch of penalties in there for both sides.
Sounds like they started the drive on Friday and ended on Saturday.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it feels, too. All right, they're going to go for 2. Brantley setting up to take the snap. Looking to throw into the end zone. The pass wide right. He was looking for Logan and did not find him. The pass just way out of his reach. Logan dove, could not reel it in.
And now, folks, I know we're not great at math here, but here's the thing. Whitfield Academy up 5, just a touchdown without the extra point.
Exactly.
Gives you the lead.
Exactly. So if you're Pachelli, You're looking for 6, and 6 will take care of business for him.
A math teacher of mine is smiling, listening to this.
He knows you finally got it.
Only took him this long.
So the Vikings offense has got to take care of business. They've been able to move the ball. Only twice, though, they've been able to find the end zone. There have been very few drives in this game. This will be Pachelli's 3rd drive of this half.
Of this half?
Of this half. Well, in the first half, each team had 3 drives. So this one is going basically the way the first half did. Long drives, not necessarily a lot of scoring.
Right.
Because defenses bend, not break.
Setting that pace again. Now, again, the clock isn't necessarily your enemy at this point. Thank goodness we have at least 7 minutes to work with, because if we had 2 minutes to work with, now you're a little bit in the urgent spot.
Yeah.
Move with urgency, but don't make any silly mistakes here.
Exactly. Now, they're going to open up with great field position because Bradford's going to be kicking from his own 25-yard line.
And as you see, if you look over to your left, folks, the Vikings lined up on the 25 and the 20 respectively to return this kick.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. John Thompson has parked himself on the 20 with the other up-backs on the 25. Bradford lining up. He kicks it. It's low, and it's brought in by Thompson on about the 25. Thompson looking for a hole.
Hello.
Or a seam.
John Thornton returned from the 15 out across.
I'm sorry, that was
field.
Thornton. Or Thompson. Excuse me, it was Thompson, right?
It was Thompson.
It was Thompson. Okay, Thompson returns it, getting it past midfield. So you're looking at great field position.
We're almost at the 50-yard line.
J.D. Davis.
Sorry, got you. J.D. Davis out there. Folks, I'm still learning the roster. My bad, Dave. But a big hit by Mason Hollingsworth to stall that return. But again, this is where you want to be if you're Pachelli.
Yep, and for what it's worth, it's hard to tell a 6 from an 8 sometimes.
That's fair.
From
That's
here.
very fair.
So there you go with that one. So
adding binoculars to the Amazon cart.
So Pachelli will open the drive on the Wolfpack 49-yard line with 7:42 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Still, even with this great field position, you can be patient. You can have the opportunity to drain the clock.
You want to drain the clock.
Exactly.
You do not want to give them time to respond. That's just
how much fun are you having on this Friday night,
This
folks?
is a wild one. What a wild ball game this one is. All right. The give is to Nelson. Nelson off tackle.
Looks like about a 2-yard gain on that one there, Dave.
Yep. Picked up a little bit of yardage. There wasn't a lot of room.
Tackled by Josh Ellis.
But Nelson makes his own room, to say the least.
Clearly.
Yes.
If you need a moving company, Nelson can just move folks out of the way.
Yep, and then there's Mabry around there, too, to give him a hand.
Just when you thought you were done.
Yeah. All right, so the ball is on the 47-yard line, 2nd and 8 for the Vikings as they try to drive and try to retake the lead. Whitfield with a 20-15 advantage right now here midway through the fourth quarter.
Once again, Pachelli going at their deliberate pace.
Yep, Thompson setting up in pistol formation. Fakes the handoff, flips it outside to Quez Morgan, and Morgan
still moving,
still getting there.
The pass complete to Jaquez
Morgan. Wow, Morgan! What a great play!
Sorry to ruin the party, though, folks. We got laundry on the field.
Yep, around the 37-yard line, so it's going to be a hold of some kind, most likely. That was a great call. That's
really
not the last thing I'd expected. He faked the handoff, and Thompson did a 360 whirl and flipped it out to a wide-open Jaquez Morgan in the flat on the near side. But that play has been nullified. It's going to be a hold. Dan Hewell about to confirm that.
You got a block in the back.
Oh, a block in the back.
Fair. 10-yard pen. We're going to replay it down.
All right, so Pachelli with a 10-yard penalty. Yep, shooting yourself in the foot. You can't afford to do that.
Can't afford to do it, folks.
You can't give away yardage.
Real estate is absolutely important, especially in the game this close.
Yep, so the ball is marked back on the 47. Basically, they gave all the real estate back up.
They sure did.
So basically the play didn't happen.
A score update from across town. Brookstone 16, Stratford Academy 14 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that game's taking a little longer because they're not running the ball like this.
Come on, guys. You just got to get with the program over there at Max Strong Stadium.
Yeah, here we go. All right, one man in the backfield. Braden Hudson in motion. Quick out. The pass, a quick out A pickup of about 9 yards.
Looks like it was almost the flip side.
Yep, J.D. Davis was the man.
Same play, flip side, and good news, folks, no laundry on the field on this one.
Tackle made by number 59, that's Case Martin.
Let's see where the ball is marked. They're going to mark it on the 41-yard line, so a pickup of 6.
Right, 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 2 at this point.
Yep.
With all the weapons you got at Pachelli, this is an interesting place to be for sure.
Exactly.
3rd down, 2.
3rd and 2. Here we go. And the give is to Morgan. Morgan hit.
Looks like he stood one of the few times that Morgan hasn't been able to.
Yeah, they stood him up. That's tough to do.
That is tough sledding right there. So here we are, most likely 4th and short.
Play gain 1 yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
4th and 1.
The line to gain is the 39.
Here we go. 4th and 1 in almost no man's land. Pachelli's offense still on the field.
All right. Braden Hudson. They got Braden Hudson out there as a fullback. And they've got DJ Colvin out there.
Looks like the clock is going to drain. Take off as much as you can.
They're going to end up calling. Yep. Dwight Jones calls a timeout with 4:55 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Wow. What a ball game this is.
And now also update from across town.
Timeout.
Stratford Academy has just taken the lead 20-16 over Brookstone with 12 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter.
Wow. So we're talking shootouts both ends of town here. Down here at Dynamo Field, a five-point ball game up at Max Strong Stadium on the north side of town. At the beginning of the 4th quarter. What a ball game.
Got to give a shout out to our good friend Scott Miller, a class act for sure.
Yes, sir. So here we go, the Vikings. This is as big as it gets right now. 4th and 1. This could be the ball game.
Honestly, it could be with your running backs like Zion Mabry, Jason Nelson, or even the speedster out there with DJ Colvin. Dave, you have plenty of options to work with.
Don't forget Braden Hudson, the fullback.
There's also the fullback. Ladies and gentlemen, the return of the fullback.
Yeah, Braden Hudson has been he came up with a big 4th and 1 deep in their own territory against Tatnall. So
this is what I love about
if he's out there, don't be surprised if Braden Hudson gets a carry too.
And
all these guys can carry the mail.
And kids, if you're watching this,
parents,
this is the jumbo package. They've got all 3 big men out there. Hudson, they've got Mabry, they've got Nelson.
Buckle up, folks. Here we go.
All right.
Nelson is
brought down in the backfield. Oh!
A huge stop by the Wolfpack.
And somebody's hurt.
We have an injury.
We have an injury.
We have an injury right here. We'll update you as soon as we know who that is. But a massive stop by Whitfield Academy.
That was big.
4:50 left in the 4th quarter. And unfortunately, the gamble does not pay off for the Pachelli Vikings.
No, it does not. The ball goes over to Whitfield on downs.
Dwight Jones now out there with the injured player. Whitfield Academy players now taking a knee.
Yes. That was a big, big play, too. This is one of the ones where they had all their big men out there. They had Hudson to lead the blocking charge. They had Nelson, and they had Mabry. The give was to Nelson, who has been so tough all night long. All right, we're going to take a break here. You're watching Pachelli Viking football on beaviking.com and Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
The fantastic lineup of popular full-size SUVs and mid-size trucks. Compare side by side. Take your choice from new Chevrolet Tahoes and GMC Yukons, discounted up to $7,000 off. Or Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyons, discounted up to $5,000 off. Experience unmatched durability, powerful engines, and advanced technology. Choose your perfect vehicle today at Clint Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Let's go!
Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
All right, we're back at Dynamo Field. 4:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Pachelli trailing Whitfield 20-15. Braden Hudson being wheeled off the field on a cart after suffering some sort of injury on that 4th and 1 where Whitfield made the stop. They have the ball, 4:50 remaining. Pachelli with 2 timeouts. They have to come up with a big defensive stop and get the ball back to have any chance of coming back. All right, the give is to
Bryce Duck, I believe.
Bryce Duck. He cuts upfield, a pickup of about 5 yards on the play.
And folks, expect that deliberate pace to also happen for Whitfield Academy at this point. A really hard-fought game, but of course our thoughts and prayers are out to Braden Hudson. Hopefully it's not a terrible injury, and hopefully he'll be all right.
All right, so 2nd and 5 from the 2nd and 4 from the 46.
Unfortunately, we got 2 Vikings.
Yep, and
jumped the
somebody
whistle, jumped the gun a little bit.
Yep.
That's going to give more real estate to the
Wolfpack.
And so that's going to be a first down. It'll be a first down.
Reset.
And a first down.
And I'll put the ball in Pachelli territory.
4:19 left in this one, and by that first down, drain more time off that clock.
All right, they're going to go deliberately here. So 4:16 clock is running, and the play clock has yet to start. There it goes. All right, play clock got off to a late start. So we're not going to see a snap until about the 3:50 mark here. First down and 10 for Whitfield, trying to run the clock out, trying to finish things off. They lead the Vikings by a score of 20-15. And it's Hollingsworth in Wildcat formation, taking the snap, taking off over right tackle. He is hit and brought down by J.D. Davis after a gain of, it looks like, about 3.
If you can keep the
gain of 1.
If you can keep the pack to those, 5-yard runs or even less, you can kind of set yourself up for some success at this point. Really interesting though, back-to-back formations of the Wildcat. I mean, are they really going to fool anybody with just trying to run the clock out here at this point?
Exactly. Pachelli still has 2 timeouts. All right. No more Wildcat. Brantley back in at quarterback as he stops and looks at the sideline. 13-12. The snap will come at about the 3-minute mark. Brantley, the give to Duck. Duck breaking tackles, getting the first down, and breaking free down the far sideline, and he is gone.
That might be your nail in the coffin,
folks. That puts a nail in.
Wolfpack.
Bryce Duck, a 48-yard touchdown run, and that will seal the deal.
Can't blame First of all, kudos to the Wolfpack for, first of all, getting that 4th down. Bryce Duck has been an absolute playmaker and game changer. Very slippery, hard to take down as well, and his 2nd touchdown of the half.
Yeah, they were missing missing Hudson too. Braden Hudson, one of their top linebackers. The extra point off the foot of Bradford is good, and so it is now 27-15. Whitfield with the lead with just 2:52 remaining. It's almost impossible for Pachelli to come back, but, there's still time on the clock. You don't know what's going to happen. But on that play, Duck did a great job of sliding through the line. Hudson, he went through basically what had been Hudson's spot.
Exactly. And with Hudson out there, I don't blame the offense. You got to attack that weakness right there. So much was going right for Pachelli early on in this game, but Whitfield Academy stuck to their guns, stuck behind their 2 big backs in Mason Hollingsworth and Bryce Duck. It's paid off here in the second half.
Yeah, they've done a fine job. Pachelli played a great game for the first 3 quarters. There's absolutely no question about that.
Again, this is before region and district play, ahead of the meat of your schedule. If there's anything, if everyone can hopefully finish this game healthy, a lot of lessons to be learned, a lot of great learning experiences for the rest of the season here.
Absolutely. And Pachelli has played a great gritty game as well.
100%. If anything, this shows that they can hang with the bigger teams, the bigger boys in the state as well.
Exactly, because Whitfield runs 60 on their roster. And Pachelli runs about 35, 36.
You're facing a team that's double your size.
Yes. And they hung with them, and they show what kind of grit they have.
A lot to be proud of. I know the scoreboard, we wish the scoreboard was flipped, but still a lot to be proud of for this Pachelli Vikings. The future's still bright again, folks. We still have a lot of football left to play.
Exactly. Liam O'Halloran, the sophomore, kicking things off, a short kick taken by the Vikings on a fair catch at about the 35-yard line. So the Vikings are going to give it a shot and see what they can do.
12-point game right now.
So the Vikings still giving it a shot. They'll be starting from their own 32-yard line. They're going to have to pull something out of the playbook here because they got to score quick. And this has not been a score quick kind of game. This has been a grinded out game. What they have to do is break a play.
If there's an opportunity to change the pace right here, it will be right about now.
Yep. So here we go. This is gut check time. See if the Vikings are, if nothing else, at least come back and come back with an answer after that. Thompson setting up in pistol formation with one man in motion. Okay.
Got to reset some stuff here. Or do we have a flag?
We got to delay a game. Offense.
The time, they ran out of time.
It's still first down.
That pushes them back 5 yards.
Now that's a tough pill to swallow at this point in the game. The last thing you want is more real estate to cover.
Yep.
Same, when the mic is on and the whistle goes, Dave, it's an interesting experience.
Yep. So here we go. 1st and 15 from the 32-yard line, or from the 27-yard line for the Vikings. Thompson, you'll be in pistol formation. We'll see who sets up in the back. Nelson setting up in the backfield with him. Davis goes in motion. Thompson rolling to his right, throws to Davis. Davis brought down about the 32-yard line or so.
And importantly, he stayed inbounds too. That clock will keep on rolling.
Yep. Whitfield doing their best to keep that clock rolling. They want to get this thing over with. They know how dangerous Pachelli is. They can't take any chances with them. The Vikings trying to see what they can do about getting this thing cranked up again.
2:30 left in the fourth quarter here.
Yep.
Vikings still staring at a 2nd and I would say about 12 here, Dave, or 10.
Let's see where they marked. No, 2nd and 10 because he was marked out at the 32-yard line, so it was a gain of 5 on the last play. You were looking at 2:13, 2:12, 2:11, 2:10. All right, we got twins right, one man in motion. Thompson rolling to his right, looking downfield. He flips it. The ball is caught by Davis, and Davis is hopping. Oh, great. Davis is hopping. Something happened with his left leg, whether it's a cramp or something else. I'm guessing probably a cramp.
He is lying down on the side of the end zone. Good news, though, he did get out.
He got out of bounds.
Out of bounds, so the clock has stopped.
The ball's on the 38. There was a pickup of about 6. So you're looking at a 3rd and 4 with exactly 2 minutes remaining here in the ball game. The Vikings trying desperately to get something going, hoping it's hope that they can pull off a miracle here, trailing 27-15. Yeah, that's a cramp.
All right. Well, good news is not more will be added to the injury list.
All right, twins left. Oh, one man in motion. That was Tyson Copeland. He went in motion.
And
a whistle. And the flag flies. Delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Unfortunately, 1 step forward, 2 steps back here, Dave.
Yep.
2nd delay of game on this drive. 2 minutes
so
left
now it'll be a 3rd
game.
and 7. Yeah, they can't afford. They got to get they need a big chunk here now. All right, Copeland goes in motion. Thompson rolling to his left, looking for Copeland. Throw is downfield. He overthrew his man. It was not intercepted, at least, but that sets up 4th and 9. Are they going to punt? Or are they going to go for it? They got to go for it at this point.
Well, here we go. We're shuffling some stuff up.
Yep. Cam Carino coming into the ball game. Jack Fry coming in.
Sure looks like a punt here, Dave.
It looks like they're just going to punt and call it good. Sometimes there's not much you can do about it. You just take it and you take it and go from there.
Some important lessons to be learned here, folks. 153 left in the ball game. Wolfpack holding on to that 27-15 lead.
The big thing is try to get out of this thing now without anybody else getting hurt besides Braden Hudson.
Exactly. And hopefully, again, we hope that it's not too serious.
Yep. Prayers out to Braden. All right. Key. Punting. Get some good air under this one, and it goes over the head of Logan. He's going to let it roll, and watch this roll. We'll see where they down this thing.
Inside the 10, right about the, say, 7-yard line?
7-yard line. Cam Carino downing it. That's the second great punt by Key tonight. He had the one that was down on the 2, and then went down to the 7.
I understand that the punter may be that not a lot of people want to see the punter, but when good punts are executed, you can file that away. A great weapon to use for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. No, that was Ethan Sanders' punt that was down.
That's right, with the short field.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, Key had another one that was down inside the 20. I mean, they've had a great night. The punters, Key and Sanders, have both had good nights. But small consolation here, 1:35 remaining.
A check in on the north side here. Brookstone still trails Stratford Academy 16-20 with 10:22 left in the ballgame on that side of the town.
Interesting. Stratford, of course, 5-0. They're the ones beat Pachelli in the season opener. All right, so Whitfield looking to finish things off. Now they're inside the 7, so let's see how they play this thing.
If there is chaos to be had,
yes,
here could be an interesting place.
Because Pachelli still has 2 timeouts.
And it looks like we're just going to go to the knees here, Dave.
They're just going to take a knee.
Harrison Brantley taking the first knee to milk the clock as much as possible.
Feds, your attention, please. If you have misplaced or lost a key fob for the vehicle.
I guess we're working out the kinks of the clock right here.
Yep.
It is located.
Apparently issues with the clock.
But again, to really echo what's going on here, neither of these teams, this is an out-of-region, out-of-district game for both Pachelli and Whitfield Academy. A lot of lessons to be learned here for the Vikings.
Exactly. Some good lessons to be learned as well. They did a lot of things right. Some things did not go right.
Right.
But it does happen.
In the big picture for the playoffs in GIAA, this doesn't hurt you. But you've shown a lot of confidence you can take away. It may be a sour pill to take, but it could definitely pay off down the line.
Exactly. So here we go. 2nd and 11. They just took a knee. 1:12. The clock is okay. The clock is rolling now, and so the snap will come at about 50.
Around 50.
Around 50.
We are under a minute left in the game here with Whitfield Academy leading 27-15.
All right. And so, under center, snap, knee, and at 0:48, there will have to be one more snap.
And that'll be your ball game.
That'll be the ball game, and it's 2nd and 11. They're not going to wait. They're not going to wait very long because once you're under 40, you just take the snap whenever.
Right.
And the difference in the clock is like 5 seconds. It really doesn't matter. So here we go. Take the knee, call it good, and that is your ball game.
Hugs and handshakes exchanged between the Vikings and Wolfpack, and you love to see that great sportsmanship.
We appreciate all of you who
These two teams better have a lot of respect for each other because they went toe-to-toe. They played a clean game. There were some penalties, but nothing really ugly.
And at this point, when it's that clean of a game, that well executed of a game, there's a lot to be taken away from.
Exactly.
Tremendous respect exchanged from Whitfield Academy. This is a team that they can be very proud of. I know it's tough to say a good loss, right? But with the Vikings fans, get ready. You could be in shape for a great season here.
Absolutely. It was a great ball game for both ball clubs, but it's Whitfield Academy coming away with the win. All right. We have to pick out a player for the Alex Quinney Allstate Good Hands Player of the Game. Now, Alex Quinney Allstate Agency proudly supports Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, dedicated to providing athletes with recognition they deserve. Will feature the Alex Quinney Allstate Good Hands Player of the Game at the end of each broadcast. Committed to giving back to the community, Alex Quinney stands out as a sole Allstate agency in East Alabama, devoted to meeting all your insurance needs with excellence. And with that, I think it's pretty solid who we give the Good Hands Player of the Game to. It's got to be Jason Nelson. He was the go-to guy all night long.
100%. He is pretty much the tip of the spear when it comes to that running back room. If you knew about Jason Nelson, this is a showcase for Jason Nelson for sure for the Pachelli Vikings.
He showed that he's not just a power runner, but he's shifty, got the moves, played another great game. So he is indeed our Alex Quinney Allstate Good Hands Player of the Game, Jason Nelson of the Pachelli Vikings. All right, one more nod we've got for you. State Farm Carroll Purdue has been a proud sponsor of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live from the very start. With over 15 years of dedicated service to the Phoenix City community, Carol Purdue and her team are your go-to experts for all your insurance needs, whether home, auto, business, life, or health. Reach out to the Carol Purdue Agency for personalized, trusted support. And so we wrap it up tonight from Diamond Field. It was a kind of a disappointing finish for the Pachelli Vikings, who played a great game for at least the first 3 quarters, and they definitely show what kind of grit and strength they do have. but they're on the wrong end of the final score.
And look, you played a team that wants to run the ball as much as you do, as physical as you are, as tough as you are. There's a lot of toughness that was showcased here by the Pachelli Vikings. Again, a good news here, does not affect district standings. You're now heading into district play where all those games matter just a little bit more, with the great lessons here that you can hang with bigger schools like Whitfield Academy. Again, Dave, you said the roster just alone doubled the size of almost what Pachelli has.
Exactly. And next week, of course, they'll take on Strong Rock in that district opener, and it's homecoming
there
next
go.
week. So there you go, too. So something to look forward to for the Pachelli Vikings as they get ready to play the games that really, really count. All right, so one more time. The final score tonight, it's Whitfield Academy 27, the Pachelli Vikings 15. I'm Dave Plata for Rex Castile. Thanks for watching. You have been watching Pachelli Vikings football on BeAViking.com and Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.